India. That's the advantage of this lockdown. So you are unlocking our potentials. Like earlier, when I used to conduct my training programs, it was restricted to Malad, Mumbai, and all this area. Now across India, across world, we have trainers, like people attending it. So if I can request Abhishek Chauhanji to introduce yourself. Abhishek Chauhanji, if you can introduce yourself. We'll be starting the session very soon. 6:05 we will start sharp. Meanwhile, we'll just utilize this time to introduce each other.
Yes, sir. Hi, my name is Abhishek.
Yeah.
Hi, Prajesh ji. Hi, Amit ji. How are you?
Yes, fine.
Sir, I'm
Welcome.
into the business of tourism industry,
Yeah.
and I have attended last event also, like I guess last month. Was there.
Okay.
And I am just building up my startup is into the tourism and travel only.
Okay.
That's how I'm like today in the class today.
Super. Welcome, sir.
Thank you
So
so
we
much.
have across industry people coming, startups. Super. Welcome, sir. Welcome. Arif, if you can introduce yourself, you can hear me.
Yeah, I can hear you, sir.
Yes.
Hello.
Yeah.
Yeah, my name is Arif Hussain. I belong to Agra actually, and I'm also in same industry in travel and tourism.
Okay.
Yes, I have already started up last 2 years,
Huh.
and right now I want to expand my business actually. And my total business we are dealing in B2B. We have 120 B2B travel agents around the India.
Superb. Doing great, sir. So this session will definitely help you to get insight about what all things.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
Welcome, sir. Welcome to this wonderful evening here. So we have Vishnu Kumar Surekha. If you can hear me, you can introduce yourself. We'll be starting somewhere around 6:05. Meanwhile, we'll just take each other's introduction. That would be the right time, right way to utilize this time so we know each other who all are there. Yeah. So we have Kanwal. Kanwal, if you can introduce yourself. Kanwal RK, as per the name which has been typed here or shared here. If you can hear me.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. You know, I have been managing director of packaging companies
Okay,
in
sir. Okay.
India as well as in Nigeria.
Okay.
So I was in Nigeria for 11 years. So I came back
Hmm.
last year back to
Okay.
India.
Okay,
Yeah.
sir.
Yeah.
Welcome, sir. Welcome to
Yeah.
the
So
wonderful
I
evening.
am interested in marketing, developing business, turnaround
Yes.
management, etc.
Superb. From which
Yeah.
part of India, sir, you are from?
I'm from Mumbai.
Mumbai only. Okay,
Yeah.
sir.
Settled
Welcome.
in Mumbai. Otherwise from Punjab.
Okay. So
Yeah.
welcome, sir. Welcome.
So can I
Thank
talk to
you.
Kanwal, sir?
Yes.
Hello.
I'm Kavita here. Can I talk to Kanwal, sir?
Yes,
Yes.
please.
So you said you're into packaging industry.
Yeah.
So I don't know how to do a packaging also, because I'm a teacher, I'm a mother, and now going to be an entrepreneur. So you
Okay.
people
Okay.
should help me in such thing.
Sure.
Definitely
Why
will
not? Why not?
so
What you will be manufacturing?
Actually, my product is ready to cook breakfast with millets.
Okay. Okay.
So each and every breakfast recipes we can prepare with millets
Yeah, I can definitely guide you
instantly,
in that.
instantly.
Yes, yes. It will be retort packaging.
Yes, I need something natural.
Yeah, it will
Matlab,
be
you
it will
know,
be natural.
biodegradable, something
It
like
will
that.
be natural.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
thank you.
Retort
Thank you
Wonderful.
very
packaging.
much, sir. Thank you very much, sir.
Yeah.
I'll get you connected, Kavita madam. Don't worry.
Yeah.
We have
Yes,
his
sir.
number.
Yeah.
Thank you. So these are the platforms. This is how we can cut. Just by because of introduction, we are able to connect each other. We'll take 5 more minutes so we can introduce few more people here. We'll not be in a position to give chance to everyone to introduce. थोड़ा सा हम एक दो जन को इंट्रोड्यूस करवाते हैं. अमोल जी, if you can, I can see as per the name. Amol, if you can introduce yourself, if you can hear me. So we have Bhushan Vani. If you can hear me, you can introduce yourself. Bhushan Vani.
हेलो,
या
आवाज आ रही है सर?
यस सर, आ रही है, बताइए ना सर।
मेरा नाम भूषण वानी है।
हम्म।
मैं औरंगाबाद महाराष्ट्र से हूँ
ओके
और मेरा आइसक्रीम का मैन्युफैक्चरिंग यूनिट है।
ओके ओके, सुपर सुपर। तो ये फेसबुक ने पूरी दुनिया को जोड़ दिया है, सबको जोड़ दिया
जी
है।
हाँ,
सो वी आर
जी हाँ,
वंडरफुल वंडरफुल। वेलकम सर, वेलकम।
थैंक यू,
This evening, this session will be definitely useful to you.
थैंक यू।
Wonderful. Harpreet Kaur, if you can introduce yourself. Harpreet Kaur.
जी नमस्ते सर, very good
Namaste.
evening to everyone.
Yeah, good evening.
First of all, my name is Harpreet Kaur. I'm resident of विजयवाड़ा आंध्र प्रदेश और मैं एक ट्रेनर हूँ। मेरा एक इंस्टीट्यूशन है माइलस्टोन अचीवमेंट सेंटर करके। एंड टू टॉप इट ऑल, आजकल मैं सर की स्टूडेंट भी हूँ दूसरे क्लास में।
5
और
बजे
मेरी
तक वहां
बेटी
पे।
उनकी स्टूडेंट है, बट
Yeah.
इस बहाने मेरा भी सीखना हो जा रहा है। बट सर इज वेरी इम्प्रेसिव हर चीज में। अभी इट इज कमेंडेबल 1 to 5 आप पूरा सेशन करके अभी फिर 6 o'clock सर इतने एनर्जेटिक और रेडी हैं। दिस इज, ये सबसे पहले सीखना है। इसके साथ साथ एंटरप्रेन्योरशिप, बिकॉज आई एम इनटू दिस एजुकेशन फील्ड, तो मार्केटिंग वगैरह कैसे प्रॉपरली करना, बिकॉज अभी कोविड टाइम में दिस इज व्हाट इज लैकिंग आई फील।
Right,
तो
absolutely.
या, सो दैट इज व्हाई आई एम हियर।
Super, welcome मैम, वेलकम। और कैसे
थैंक यू सर।
सेशंस अच्छे चल रहे हैं आपकी बच्ची के? शी इज रिप्लाइंग एंड वंडरफुल इंटरेक्शंस आर गोइंग ऑन। सुपर,
Yeah,
थैंक यू
thank you
सो
so much,
मच।
sir.
थैंक यू सो
Sir, I'm
मच।
also a student from the same batch,
ओके ओके, थैंक
but
यू।
I didn't join the session because I'm busy in this entrepreneurship.
या
Yeah, because she said Vijayawada, no, so then I recognized her.
सुपर, वेलकम मैम,
Thank
वेलकम
you.
वेलकम।
Thank you.
आज मैं आई एम ओनली एन एंकर टुडे, आई एम नॉट अ ट्रेनर टुडे बिकॉज टुडेज एंकर इज माय वेरी क्लोज फ्रेंड एंड what we call it as an expert from the industry, rather I would say expert from the industry. I'll take one or two more introductions here. Dharmesh Parmar, if you can hear me, if you can introduce yourself. I'll not be in a position to introduce everyone, give the opportunity, one or two here and there, and we will start the session because knowledge is more important, session is more important. So we have 26 participants till now. Yeah, Dharmesh Parmar, if you can hear me, you can just introduce yourself. Yes.
Yes, sir. Myself, Dharmesh Parmar, and I stay in Mumbai.
Okay.
मेरा सर मैन्युफैक्चरिंग है टॉयज का।
Okay.
जो कालबा देवी में मेरा शॉप है, तो उसके लिए मुझे ब्रांडिंग कैसे करना है थोड़ा वो जानना था, किस हिसाब से मेरे बिजनेस को आगे लेके जा सकता हूँ।
Okay, definitely, sir. Yes. Wonderful. Welcome, sir. Welcome. So we have variety of people across industries, and this topic is common for everyone. हमको ऐसा लगता है ब्रांडिंग, मार्केटिंग, सेल्स सेम है, अलग है। ब्रांडिंग क्या है, मार्केटिंग क्या है, एवरीथिंग इज इंटरकनेक्टेड बट यूनिक। इंटरकनेक्टेड है लेकिन यूनिक है। तो ब्रांड है तो मार्केटिंग होगा, मार्केटिंग होगा तो सेल्स होगा, लेकिन तीनों के अपने अपने एक यूनिकनेस होता है। हम कहते हैं ना कि डेफिनेटली हम सबको ये सीखने मिलेगा। वंडरफुल वंडरफुल। हियर आई विल टेक, सर विद योर परमिशन कैन वी स्टार्ट द सेशन और 2-3 more minutes we'll can take the introduction. Amit sir.
2-3 more minutes, sir.
Yes sir, thank you.
Can we wait
Thank
for
you.
2-3 more minutes before
Yes
we get started?
yes. Subrata Sarkar, if you can hear me, you can introduce yourself.
Yeah, good evening. I'm Subrata Sarkar. I'm from Calcutta.
Yes sir.
Actually, I have attended your last program, which was really nice, and again, I have joined today's program.
Great.
In fact, I'm into sales and marketing, and I'm returned from the Reliance Industries Limited. I'm in the polymer industry.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yes sir, welcome. So people are coming, attending it the second time, that means definitely there will be many things to take, because first session जब हम attend करते हैं तो कुछ और लेके जाते हैं, second session में कुछ और मिलता है हमको. So that is always will be always, knowledge is always what we call it as infectious. It keeps on spreading, like first you'll get something else, in the second level you get something else. Superb. Thank you. Abhishek Sharma, if you can hear me, unmute yourself and just introduce 2-3 more introductions I can take with the permission. Yes. If you can introduce yourself, sir. Voice, you are not audible. Yeah. Pankaj Kumar Sinha. Pankaj Kumar Sinha, but I think so audio is not there then. Fine, I'll take Ishwar Kadasi, if as per the name here, if you can hear me, can introduce yourself. Ishwar Kadasi, if you can hear me. We have someone from Lucknow Event Friends. Lucknow Event Friends, if you can introduce yourself. Lucknow Event, superb. So we have event companies, management companies, startups. Mitesh, if you can introduce yourself. We'll be starting within a minute. Mitesh, if you can introduce yourself. Yeah.
Hi, sir. Nice to connect with you and attend the session again. I attended previous session, which was related to money. So it was really insightful, and I hope that it would be again very useful this session. I'm from Pune, and I normally do the digital business consulting to small businesses. So I'm also started recently, but I'm uh, learning as well as helping my clients to better themselves. So it is evolution of both, and
Superb.
I I hope to get many insights in this program. So eagerly waiting to get started.
Superb. Thank you so much. Welcome to this wonderful evening. There are 2-3 participants who are already attended and attending it once again. I'll take one more introduction and then we'll start the session. 6:10 sharp. So we have Kailash Khandelwal ji. If you can introduce yourself, Kailash Khandelwal. Kailash Khandelwal, if you can hear me, can introduce yourself. Kailash ji. So Saurav, if you can hear me, Saurav. Yeah. So some challenge there. So Pankaj Kumar ji has raised the Pankaj Kumar Sinha has raised the hand, and I can see the audio also now. If you can introduce yourself, Pankaj Kumar Sinha. Yes, sir.
Hello.
Yeah.
Arsena from Bareilly, UP.
Okay. Sir, what are you into exactly? Some voice challenge, sir. वो voice का कुछ challenge है छोटा सा. We are not able to hear you.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Chalo, there is some voice challenge at that end. So let us start the session, my friends. For the session which have joined, 34 participants have already joined. Welcome to this wonderful evening of Bramasa, branding, marketing and sales, your Brahmastra to success. So friends, as many of us are entrepreneurs, we are worried. This COVID-19 situation has changed many aspects of life. Before COVID and post COVID, ऐसा कहते हैं. So how to grow your business in this challenging times? मतलब इस challenging times अपने अपने business को कैसा grow करना है? वो startup हो या already existing business हो? Business dynamics have changed. Business का जो dynamics है वो change हो गया है. ये 6 months, almost अभी 22 सितंबर होगा तो exactly मुंबई के हिसाब से, महाराष्ट्र के हिसाब से 6 months हो चुके हैं. कंज्यूमर बिहेवियर हैज आल्सो चेंज्ड. हमारे कोचिंग क्लास इंडस्ट्री में भी कंज्यूमर बिहेवियर पूरा बदल चुका है. बट हैव यू चेंज्ड योर वे ऑफ डूइंग बिजनेस? क्या आपने आपका बिजनेस करने का तरीका बदला है क्या? द ओल्ड बुक्स ऑफ मार्केटिंग स्ट्रेटेजीज नो लॉन्गर इज गोइंग टू यील्ड यू द रिजल्ट्स. जो हम करते आ रहे हैं, काफी सारे जब मुझे बोलते हैं कि सर आई हैव द एक्सपीरियंस ऑफ लास्ट 25 years, तो मैं कहता हूँ कि सर यू हैव द एक्सपीरियंस ऑफ डूइंग द सेम थिंग इन द लास्ट 25 years. सेम थिंग. तो बिजनेस डायनामिक्स चेंज हो चुका है. द ओल्ड बुक मार्केटिंग स्ट्रेटेजीज नो लॉन्गर यील्ड रिजल्ट्स. सो माय फ्रेंड्स, लाइक दिस सेशन इज wonderfully designed for all the entrepreneurs, even your staff members, those who are support staff for you. So after successfully training, we have more than 150 entrepreneurs in the last lockdown period. हमने मैक्सिको ने नया प्रोग्राम हमने जो लॉन्च किया है, पिछले 150 एंटरप्रेन्योर्स को हमने ट्रेन किया है पिछले 5 से 6 महीनों में. how to brand, market, and sell your product and services. Change your perspective totally. Learn various strategies in details. You change to make it right, my friends. So today is our trainer is a very close friend of mine. I also know him personally. Currently, he is the Chief Manager Regional Sales, Kotak Mahindra Bank Limited, one of the most renowned banks in India and world. He manages more than 200 crores of investment. It's a big amount. He was an associate director at Centrum Wealth Management. Portfolio management में ये company top 3 में आती है. Centrum Wealth Management. Regional head of SBI Capital, worked with Marco investment outfit like Reliance Capital, Motilal Oswal, Enam, and ICICI Prudential. Yes, worked with one of the top most industry people here. More than 16 years of BFSI experience and training experience. Currently, he is also the chairman of Maharashtra Class Owners Association, Western Zone. हमारे coaching classes का मुंबई महाराष्ट्र में एक association है, Maharashtra Class Owners Association. He is the chairman of the Western Zone. और वहाँ पे जब ये चेयरमैन बने तब 150 मेंबर्स थे और आज 450-500 मेंबर्स तक ये पूरा का पूरा जोन, सिर्फ एक सिंगल जोन बढ़ चुका है, जस्ट बिकॉज ही नो हाउ टू ब्रांड, हाउ टू मार्केट, हाउ टू सेल. और उन्होंने एम्प्लॉयज़ को ट्रेन किया और एम्प्लॉयज़ के थ्रू काम करवा के लेते हैं. He has taught more than 6,000 MBA aspirants as a guest faculty in more than 15 plus management institutes in and around Mumbai. And he has also been awarded by EduTech. EduTech was a big expo, India's largest expo on education, for his consistent and outstanding efforts in the field of education. He is a philanthropist and a passionate teacher. Once he starts, then he never stops. Teacher, trainer, sales, and successful coach. My friends, it is my immense pleasure to introduce my friend and my mentor and my guide and everything for me, that is Mr. Amit Singhania. Welcome, sir. Welcome onto the screen. It's all left up to you now.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Bramasa, for that lovely introduction.
Thank you.
Really mesmerized by it. So guys, a very good evening to one and all. Thank you so much for joining us over here today. This shows the passion into you कि boss वो आग business को success कराने की वो आग अभी जिंदा है. That fire is still alive. That fire is still on. Right. So we'll have a right about branding, marketing, and sales over here. This is how Bramasa has been conceptualized: how to brand, how to market, and how to sell your products and services. We get started with it. I've got a few things since everything in the past 6 months happens to be online. I thought of giving some statistics about how Google has been doing their analytics in the past 6 months of this lockdown. ये 6 महीनों के अंदर जो है consumer का behavior. See, we ourselves are the consumers, right? So मैं अगर trainer हूँ, right? मैंने suit पहना है, so I'm a consumer to that particular company. I'm wearing a tie. I'm a consumer to that particular company. I'm having a headphone, so I'm a consumer to that particular company as in such. So irrespective of our professions, irrespective of our occupations, right? We are consumers as in such. हम जो search करते हैं Google के ऊपर, ये Google उसके ऊपर से एक analysis का report बना, which is called Google Analytics. Very difficult to lay hands on one of the reports. The report what I'm referring to, with the statistics I'm referring to over here, are dated in June. June ending के मैं statistics discuss कर रहा हूँ आपके साथ में. 2 महीने पुराना data है ये, but will give you a lot of insights as to how the consumer behavior is shaping up into this corona ka lock time as in such. The most important thing, the lifeline, it's not a distraction at all. Time and again we have been hearing about this thing, that internet today happens to be a problem into our lives. But let me tell you, instead of being a problem, you know, this happens to be actually a lifeline for most of us today. So बच्चे आज के दिन मोबाइल के ऊपर पढ़ रहे हैं, connections are happening over mobiles, business are happening over mobile, you know, new leads are happening over mobiles. I mean, quite a few of you guys today have joined this particular webinar throughout the country, you know, and that's basically possible because of Facebook. So again, internet is shaping our lives in a big way. And surely this change will be continuing for times to come. The sooner we adapt to this particular change, the better for us. So as Prajesh sir was telling over the screen, कि वो कुछ लोगों को जानते हैं जो बोलते हैं कि सर मैं ये चीज 25 सालों से कर रहा हूँ. The point is not relevant that you're doing it for the last 25 years. The point is what changes are now happening have been unprecedented in the past 25 years. So if at all you continue working with the same methodology जो आप पिछले 25 साल से कर रहे हो, possibly आज के टाइम के अंदर आपको वो strategies का results जो है वो उतना नहीं आएगा. Yes, I'm talking about internet over here as a category. अगर आपका business internet पे नहीं है, if at all you're not doing digital marketing, if at all you're not having your business up on the internet, that means you're losing out big on your marketing and sales plans as in such. Time for us to change into it. So change in the consumer priorities from 2019, a few categories have shown phenomenal growth in terms of searches online. फिर वो टू व्हीलर का इंश्योरेंस हो, फिर वो बेड मैट्रेसेस हो, फिर वो हेडसेट हो, फिर वो स्किन के ब्रांड्स हो, राइट. फ्रॉम 2020 के अंदर अगर आप देखोगे, सो बेस्ट वे टू लूज वेट, it's up by 180 odd percent. Best way to learn English is up by 100 odd percent. Best way to study online is up by around 70 odd percent. Best Telugu movie surprisingly is 450 odd percent. Let me tell you, most of the educators who have now come in online are finding it fantastic way, a fantastic medium of delivering their services across. And why just educators? I've seen lot many trainers, I've seen lot many people who have joined this particular bandwagon online, or Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, Just Dial, Sulekha, these are the new tools which have sprang up astonishingly and they're doing fantastically well into these times. So according to Google Analytics, lot many businesses are seeing big spurts into the way they are doing business, and that's basically coming in from online space as in such. So online video accounts for more than 70% of India's data usage. More than 70%. So एक consumer behavior यहाँ पे ये मालूम पड़ता है कि हम Indians जो है, we rely more on videos as in such. We like videos more as compared to pamphlets and flyers. So all you business entrepreneurs who are seated out over here into this presentation, the first point for you to note down over here today is कि जितनी भी आप अपनी publicity करते हो, जितने भी आप campaigns launch करते हो, right? वो campaigns के अंदर आपको 30 seconds to 1 minute का video डालना है. 20-25 seconds here and there is absolutely okay. Your video shouldn't be more than 1.5 minutes, and it shouldn't be less than 30 seconds as in such. We Indians love videos as in such. So Facebook के ऊपर ब्रह्मासा की जब हम marketing कर रहे थे, taking the same cues, we have advertised ourselves. We have put ourselves on the map by a particular video as in such, a testimonial video as in such. So 70% data usage is today happening because of videos, and Indians look at a staggering 4.5 hours of screen time. 4.5 hours is close to around 270 odd minutes. So 270 मिनट जो है एवरेज इंडियन आज के दिन ऑनलाइन बैठता है, और उसमें से 70% का जो यूटिलाइजेशन है दैट हैपेंस प्योरली ऑनलाइन, प्योरली वीडियो मोड के ऊपर. सो वो 4.5 घंटे में से 70% विल बी क्लोज टू अराउंड 2.5-3 hours. 3 hours kind of thing. 3 hours is 180 odd minutes. So 3 घंटे जो है आज के दिन हम लोग वीडियोस देख रहे हैं, then be it for programs, be it OTT platforms, or be it YouTubes and such things alike. But yes, the consumption of data and specifically into videos is quite high into this particular time. And online education for inspiration and fitspiration. Fitspiration is how do you stay fit. So all your Zumba classes, all your yoga classes, all such businesses are sprouting up like anything, and they are laughing their way to the bank because of this online boom, because of this consumer behavior ka change which has happened into this particular lockdown ka period as in such. Without wasting any further time, I'll straight away start to the topics for which we are over here. I request everybody to be ready with some paper and pen or pencil with them so that they can take down the notes, they can take down the important points as we discuss each one of them, right? So we'll be discussing about 3 topics predominantly over here: branding, marketing, and selling. Bramasa is all about how to brand, how to market, and how to sell your products and services effectively. बहुत बड़ा टॉपिक है. मैंने ट्राई किया है कि 2 घंटे के अंदर मैं जितना मैक्सिमम कर सकूं उतना मैं यहाँ पे फ्री वाले सेशंस में दे रहा हूँ. यू आर फ्री टू आस्क मी क्वेश्चंस एनी टाइम. प्लीज डोंट वेट फॉर द सेशन टू गेट ओवर के सेशन कंप्लीट होएगा और उसके बाद में मैं क्वेश्चंस पूछूंगा. my philosophy is कि जहाँ पे हम पढ़ रहे हैं, जहाँ पे हम learn कर रहे हैं, question needs to be answered there and there itself. So any sequential talks what we are having, अगर कोई चीज एक के बाद में एक sequence के अंदर जा रही है, so that sequence need not be broken over there. You have your answers right away. So please type your answers on the screen and participate on the screen. More importantly, as in such, right? Now, before we go ahead, how many of you sincerely want to make their brands? कितने लोगों को अपने businesses का brand बनाना है? Please reply me a yes or no into your chat boxes. How many of you want to make your business a brand? Abhishek ji, yes. Bhushan ji, yes. Nilesh ji, yes. Prabhat ji, Arif ji, yes. Kavita ji, yes. Mitesh ji, yes. Amol ji, big yes. Fantastic, Amol ji. Fantastic. A differentiated person over here. Fantastic. So most of us want to make our business a brand over here. Vishnu sir, yes, yes, of course, right? Out of you, how many of you can actually dream about your brand? कितने लोगों को अपने ब्रांड का सपने में, नींद में वो ड्रीम आता है, सपना आता है कि बॉस मेरे बिजनेस का एक बड़ा ब्रांड बनाया है मैंने, मेरा बिजनेस एक बड़ा ब्रांड हो चुका है. युगराज जी, फंटास्टिक, फंटास्टिक. इरशाद जी, फंटास्टिक, वेरी नाइस. भूषण जी, फंटास्टिक. सर सपने की वजह से नींद नहीं आती है. अभिषेक जी आपने एकदम सही कहा, आपने एकदम सही कहा. सपने वो सच होते हैं जिनके कारण आपको नींद नहीं आती. वो सपने कभी सच नहीं होते जो आप नींद में देखते हो. प्लीज, ये एक मेरे मेंटर ने कहा है एंड आई सिंसियरली बिलीव दिस पर्टिकुलर फिलोसॉफी. सपना वो सच होता है जिसके कारण आपको नींद नहीं आती, ना ही कि वो सपना जो आप नींद में देखते हो. सो फंटास्टिक. Great, Abhishek ji. So one thing is decided that most of you want to make your business a brand, and at the same time you can visualize your brand, you can see your brand. You're disturbed because of that branding ka thing as in such. That's the best way an entrepreneur can work. जो entrepreneur शांत हो गया, जो entrepreneur satisfied हो गया, जो entrepreneur को रात को 8 घंटे की अच्छी नींद आ रही है, trust me, उसका business उतना ज्यादा grow नहीं होगा, उतना ज्यादा grow नहीं होगा. The reason being, once you're satisfied, once your dream comes to an stop, once if at all you have walked away from a situation wherein you don't dream anymore regarding your business, that's the full stop of that particular activity. Why this business for that matter? I mean, this is a 100% thing across all the classes as in such. So a few mics are on, if at all you can mute them. Great. So let us get started with branding. The first module, how to brand. Right? Now, what do you mean by branding? The very first thing. Branding का मतलब क्या होता है? The process of creating a strong, positive perception of your company and products into the customer's mind. You know, so a few things over here to notice about the process of creating a strong, positive perception. Ppositive perception. What do you mean by a perception? लोग आपके बारे में क्या सोचते हैं? What people think about you is what you call as perception, right? So you need to create a strong and a positive perception about what? About the products, the company, into the customer's mind. So the process of creating a strong positive perception about your company and products into the customer's mind is what we mean as branding. So यहाँ पे 4 चीजें बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट. मैनेजिंग परसेप्शंस, मतलब हमें लोगों की सोच को मैनेज करना है. लोग हमारे बारे में क्या सोचते हैं, लोग हमारी कंपनी के बारे में क्या सोचते हैं, लोग हमारे प्रोडक्ट्स के बारे में क्या सोचते हैं. वो प्रोडक्ट अच्छा है, वो प्रोडक्ट खराब है, वो प्रोडक्ट महंगा है, वो प्रोडक्ट सस्ता है, वो कंपनी विश्वासु है, वो कंपनी फेक है. दिस इज अ फ्लाई बाय नाइट कंपनी एज इन सच. What do people think about you? What do people think about your products? What do people think about your establishment? Is what you mean by managing perceptions as in such. So लोग क्या सोचते हैं, लोग क्या कहते हैं, ब्रांडिंग में मायने रखता है. लाइफ में हम बोलते हैं कि लोग क्या कहते हैं का फर्क नहीं पड़ना चाहिए, बट ट्रस्ट मी, बिजनेस के अंदर ब्रांडिंग, द एंटायर कॉन्सेप्ट ऑफ ब्रांडिंग इवॉल्व्स अराउंड दिस पर्टिकुलर लाइन. लोग आपके बारे में क्या सोचते हैं, एंड मैनेजिंग दैट इफेक्टिवली इज व्हाट ब्रिंग्स आउट अ ब्रांड इन अ बिग वे. So branding is all about managing perceptions about the company, the products, about your own self. लोग आपके बारे में, आपके products के बारे में, आपकी कंपनी के बारे में क्या सोचते is what branding is all about. और ये लोग कौन है? ये लोग आपके कस्टमर्स है, या एग्जिस्टिंग कस्टमर्स है, या प्रोस्पेक्टिव कस्टमर्स है. प्रोस्पेक्टिव मतलब जो फ्यूचर में कस्टमर्स बनेंगे आपके, उनको प्रोस्पेक्टिव कस्टमर्स बोलते हैं. See, I'll try to make it both the languages, Hindi and English, but if at all I go with the flow and continue with English only, if at all there are a few words which are not clarified to you, please feel free to type it on the screen. I'm constantly vigilant on the screen. Anything which comes up, I'm usually aware of it. So please feel free to do that. Right? हम सब यहाँ पे सीखने के लिए आए हैं, हम सब यहाँ पे समझने के लिए आए हैं. Let not any opportunity go, any doubt go by wherein you have not understood anything over here. Please, right? So कौन लोग है ये जो आपके बारे में सोच रहे हैं? ये लोग एग्जिस्टिंग कस्टमर्स है. ये लोग शायद प्रोस्पेक्टिव कस्टमर्स है आपके कंपनी के. प्रोस्पेक्टिव मतलब जो फ्यूचर में कस्टमर्स बनेंगे आपके, राइट? एंड इट्स एवरीथिंग इन द माइंड. नथिंग इज टैंजिबल. Absolutely nothing is tangible. It's everything in the mind. जो पूरा ब्रांडिंग का एक्सरसाइज है, the entire branding exercise is within your mind. It's entirely within your mind itself. Am I audible now?
तर मुर्गा
Guys, am I audible?
मम्मी बने तो ब्रो कहना चाहिए खराब.
Yes, audible.
Yes, now audible, but
Thank you, Ji.
Here's the problem.
Okay, so nothing is tangible into branding. It all happens within your mind itself. लोगों के दिमाग के अंदर आपके बारे में क्या भरा हुआ है, it's all branding is all about in a nutshell. So it becomes very important for us to understand how we are acting, how we are reacting, how we are talking, how we are moving. हर चीज के अंदर जो है आपका प्रोडक्ट, आपकी सर्विसेज, आपकी कंपनी और आप खुद ब्रांड हो रहे हो, right? So managing perceptions about company, about products, about self to the customers and all within the mind is what you mean by branding, right? ये branding के कुछ parameters है. Will go from right to left. Clockwise हम लोग जाएंगे. We'll start covering with logo. How many of you have prepared your logo over here, and how many of you are not satisfied with your logo? एकदम frankly मुझे आंसर देना यहाँ पे. How many of you have made a professional logo, and how many of you are not satisfied with your existing logo? Please type me your answers into the screen. Please type me your answers into the screen. Not satisfied with logo. Fantastic, Amol ji. I really appreciate your frankness. Not satisfied, Bhushan ji, Kavita ji. Not satisfied, Nilesh ji. Professional logo, Yuvraj ji. Very nice. Not satisfied, Abhijit ji. Now, if at all we are not satisfied, if at all we don't have a logo, Vishnu sir, बिना logo branding नहीं होता है. Branding के लिए logo होना बहुत जरूरी है. And guys, I need a reply to this one thing. If at all you are not satisfied with the logo, right? What are you doing about it? आप क्या steps ले रहे हो चीज को rectify करने के लिए? Or rather you are just running around with the same logo कि ठीक है चलता है करके. राइट? ये चलता है वाला जो एटीट्यूड होगा ना साहब, ये आपके बिजनेस को कहीं कभी भी किधर भी नहीं लेके जाएगा. यू वोंट बी एबल टू गो एनीवेयर विद दिस चलता है काइंड ऑफ एटीट्यूड. यू नो, आई एम सॉरी बट आई एम नॉट हियर टू टॉक गुड अबाउट एनीबडी एंड एवरीबडी ओवर हियर. वी ऑल आर बिजनेस गाइस, वी ऑल आर प्रोफेशनल्स ओवर हियर, एंड एज अ कंसल्टेंट, as your coach today, at least for the next 2.5 hours, please allow me to pinpoint your mistakes and give you rectifications on that, as to how you could actually improve on those particular things. If at all you are not happy with your logos, the first thing after this webinar should be to hunt out a professional guy who should be making a fantastic logo which you are satisfied with. 3 points to remember into your logo. One, it should be the color combinations in the logo should be fantastic. It should be gelling up with your entire theme as in such, right? Second, the logo should be simple. You know, तो जिधर भी आप उसको यूज कर रहे हो, आपको वो डिजाइनिंग वगैरह का बार बार तकलीफ नहीं होना चाहिए, right? And third, your tagline, try to include it within the logo itself. So if at all you look at the top right hand side, Mexico का जो logo है, वहाँ पे हमारा जो tagline है maximum education, we have tried to include it into the logo itself. So that gives another layer of remembrance, another layer of recollection to the clients or to the people who are looking at our logo. Okay, Mexico means maximum education as in such. So all those people who haven't got a fantastic logo, who are dissatisfied with their existing logo, it's time for us to change. The time for that change is at 8:30 p.m. today. जैसी webinar खत्म होएगा वैसी please hunt out a fantastic guy who could make out the logo. लोगो के बिना आपका ब्रांडिंग अधूरा है. अधूरा क्या है बॉस? ब्रांडिंग लोगों के बिना हो ही नहीं सकता है. Right? The first thing required for a branding effort is to have a fantastic logo. This particular logo should be used everywhere, everywhere. जहां तक भी आपकी एक्टिविटीज जाती है, आपके बिजनेस कार्ड्स हो, आपके बैनर्स हो, आपके पैम्पलेट्स हो, आपकी वेबसाइट हो, राइट, आपके फ्लायर्स हो, आपके ईमेल के सिग्नेचर्स हो, राइट, गाड़ी के पीछे के साइड पे हो. You know, I have seen couple of guys who are actually embroidered their logo into their daily ka t-shirts and even suits for that particular matter. You know, so you have to actually live your business across via your logo. जितना आप लोगो दिखाओगे उतना लोगों के ध्यान में रहेगा. मार्केटिंग के अंदर मेरा एक बहुत फेमस लाइन है ट्रेनिंग्स का, जो मैं अभी यहाँ पे आपको देता हूँ. जो दिखता है वो बिकता है. जो दिखता है वो बिकता है. बिकने के लिए दिखना बहुत जरूरी है. जब तक दिखोगे तब तक बिकोगे. Right? Yugraj ji, my logo over here is black and white because the slide theme what I had chosen was a black one on the top side, and hence I have put up a black and white logo over here. Otherwise it's blue in color. So logo जो है आप दो टोन में बना सकते हो. एक जो है आप black and white उसका कॉपी बनाते हो, and second is your actual logo which you put it in a colored way everywhere. So a logo can be used in two ways as in such. So here, since the top part of the slide was black, the theme was black, and hence a black and white logo was conceived over here, so that not too many colors to be shown on the slides apart from the content as in such. So दूसरा चीज अगर आपने ध्यान दिया होगा, जो हमारा पैम्पलेट था, जो हमारे वीडियोस थे, वहां पे ब्रांडिंग, मार्केटिंग एंड सेल्स तीनों को एक कलर थीम में दिया हुआ है, wherein the branding part is in blue, red, the marketing part is in blue, and the sales part is in turquoise blue. So we have ensured that just not our logo but also our content and everything gives you the same look and feel everywhere. So branding jitna bhi part hamara aayega, that will always be into red in continuation of our theme as in such. You know, so it's not that you make a theme for once. You have to ensure that that particular theme continues over a period of time, you know, thereby enabling you a subliminal branding as in such. Subliminal matlab aapke jo unconscious brain ko jo hit karta hai, that is called subliminal. SUPLIMAL. So ये unconscious mind को जो hit करता है, this is basically for that particular reason that we have kept in everything into the same sphere as in such, the same combinations as in such. So we were talking about logo, right? So the logo needs to be everywhere throughout. Make a fantastic logo and put it across everywhere. बिना logo आपका कुछ होना नहीं चाहिए. No, I mean not necessarily. आपका जो TM trademark and registration का जो process होता है, उसके अंदर actually आपका color भी जाता है. You have to actually get the trademark and the registration done into your color combinations as well. Just not the design part, but the design is conceptualized, is being taken across, including your colors into it. Right, so this is purely for this particular slide purposes as in such that we have put it into black and white, otherwise it's blue in color. Next comes into your branding efforts is the behavior part. बिना अच्छे behavior आप खुद को कैसे brand करोगे? Behavior means the way people you speak to your clients, you know, the way your discussion happens with your client, the way you behave, the client perceives in that particular way. And behavior and culture are diagonally opposite to each other. जितना अच्छा आपका behavior होगा, उतना अच्छा आपका कल्चर होगा. Behavior is at 2 o'clock and culture on the left hand side is on the 8 o'clock. It's diagonally opposite to each other. The reason being your behavior and culture always needs to be balanced with each other. Better the behavior, better the culture will be. You know, tell me something. Uh, if at all I am a distributor, I'm distributing my goods on Amazon, right? One of you ordered that particular goods from Amazon. Amazon का जो delivery का person आपके पास में वो deliver करने के लिए आया है, if at all he is not behaving appropriately with you, will you ever go back to Amazon again? Will you ever order through Amazon again? दो businesses यहाँ पे hit होते हैं, not at all, right? दो बिजनेसेस यहाँ पे हिट होते हैं फ्रेंड्स. एक अमेजोन का बिजनेस हिट होता है और एक दूसरा मेरा बिजनेस हिट होता है बिकॉज द ऑर्डर वाज माइन. अमेजोन वाज merely fulfilling that particular order as in such. Behavior is a very important aspect. रिकलेक्ट कीजिए वो शॉप ओनर, वो बिजनेस वाला, वो वेंडर जिसने आपसे बराबर बात नहीं करी है. People who have not spoken to you or not behaved appropriately with you, you have not gone back to do business with them. The reason being you simply didn't like that behavior at all. You know, so behavior plays a very important role when it comes to branding as in such. So whatever employees you are hiring, whatever vendors you are having, whatever service fulfillment guys you are having into your team, whether this is your team or whether it is the outsourced one, you know, they need to be sensitized about this particular aspect called behavior, which will directly impact your branding efforts as in such. लोग आपके बारे में क्या सोचते हैं, लोग आपके बारे में क्या कहते हैं, इसके ऊपर आपका बिहेवियर जो है वो बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट रोल प्ले करता है. सौरभ जी, प्लीज म्यूट योरसेल्फ. Yeah, the behavior plays a very important role over there. You know, the same example I'll give with a language as well. So what language you are using in front of your clients. You know, I've seen people talking vaguely to their family members while the client is standing right opposite to them. जब भी client आपके सामने है तभी आपको उसके साथ में हर चीज जो है वो professionally behave करना है. If at all you are using a foul language or if at all you are putting up a vague or a very casual language as in such, trust me, your perception wouldn't be good. Your perception wouldn't be as a professional at all. You know, so what language you are using along with the behavior will play a major role into that branding aspect of your business. जो customer आपके पास में आज आया है, अगर आप चाहते हो 2 दिन के बाद में, 20 दिन के बाद में, 2 साल के बाद में दोबारा आपसे आके कुछ ना कुछ प्रोडक्ट खरीदे, you have to focus upon this particular aspect. You know, these are soft aspects which you can control easily, which are manageable by you. The only point being कि हम regular life के अंदर जो है ये चीजों पे उतना ध्यान नहीं देते, ये चीजों पे उतना फोकस नहीं रख पाते हैं. अच्छा, मैंने ऐसे भी केसेस देखे कि जहाँ पे इंडिविजुअल का, प्रमोटर का, प्रोप्राइटर का खुद का फोकस रहता है, बट द एम्प्लॉइज आर हेवायर. You know, employees को लोग ने कभी sensitize नहीं किया that this is how you are supposed to behave, this is how you are supposed to use your business languages as in such. Your mail needs to be punctuated appropriately. Your mail needs to go without any typing errors or without any typos as in such. You have to cross-check those things. You have to be a thorough professional as far as your approaching communications in the languages are concerned as in such. You know, so logo, behavior, language. 4th and 5th are the mission and vision statement. So what you are going to do, you know, as a promoter needs to be circulated and percolated across your team as well. आपका जो mission है वो आपके employees का, वो आपके टीम का जो है वो vision बनना चाहिए. अगर वो चीज उनका vision नहीं बनेगा, trust me, आपका मिशन कभी पूरा नहीं होगा. If at all your business is a one-man show, you're into a different sector altogether. But if at all you are depending upon other people as well, then be it your employees or be it the other teams who are helping you out with your business, your mission needs to be their vision as in such. You know, so ये चीज के ऊपर जो है आपका branding बहुत dependent रहेगा. If at all your own staff, if at all your own people are not supportive, are not in sync with you, how do you expect others to be believing your story as in such? So charity begins at home, my dear friends. You know, so हर अच्छी चीज जो है, हर हर विश्वास जो है वो आपके इर्द गिर्द, आपके आजू बाजू में से चालू होगा, and then it will go to places as in such, then it will go to other people or your customers as in such. So it's very important for you as a promoter of a business to make a mission statement and make that mission statement be understood by all your employees, by all your team people, and that should become the vision for your team as in such. So जहाँ पे आपका मिशन होगा वहां पे आपकी टीम का, जहाँ पे आपका विजन होगा वहां पे आपकी टीम का मिशन होगा, right? So unless and until you have this particular sync, that branding aspect will never percolate into your customers as in such. Culture is something we already seen into bits and pieces. Next comes the design. You have to put across beautiful designs when it comes to your communications with your prospective customers as in such. मैं ये लॉकडाउन वाले चक्कर के अंदर मैंने काफी ऐसे पैम्पलेट्स देखे, काफी ऐसे फ्लायर्स देखे जो लूजली एक लेमैन ने, एक एंटरप्रेन्योर ने वो 500 रुपया बचाने के लिए जो है, I can understand that every penny saved is money earned, but there are a few places that you have to actually loosen your strings. You have to actually go ahead and spend some money so that you are being perceived as a professional in the right way. गंदा सा डिजाइन, अगर एक अधूरा डिजाइन, अगर एक ganda will be a wrong word to use, but if at all an incomplete or a shabby design goes up to the clients, it reflects on your business in a very bad way as in such. So one, you have to be appropriately thorough with your designing job as in such, and at the same time your communications, what are you putting over there, what you want to communicate, what pain point of the people are you targeting about, what are the solutions you are providing to your clients, why are your products and services, they need to come out in a very appropriate way. They need to come out very, very clearly, logo ke aanch ko pad ke, right? So your designing and your communication both needs to be really appropriate so that your branding goes off in the right way as in such, right? So a few things what you have covered into this particular slide, the aspects of branding. It starts with a logo. So all those people who have replied back saying that they are not happy with their logo, homework to them, an assignment to them, 8:30 के बाद में बॉस हम लोग को एक बहुत अच्छा बंदा पकड़ना है जो हमारे लिए एक अच्छा सा लोगो बना के देगा। 4-5 ऑप्शन लीजिए, थोड़ा उसको अपना बिजनेस बताइए कि क्या टाइप का बिजनेस है आपका, क्या सेगमेंट में हो आप, क्या कलर कॉम्बिनेशंस आपको ठीक लगेंगे। Get 3 or 4 samples made out of them. Choose one what you like most. If at all you require my help into it, please feel free to communicate with me. You have Tanaz's number. Tanaz can obviously put up an appointment for both of us. 10-15 minutes we can connect over a call. So you sending me across the image on WhatsApp and we could discuss on that whether this logo will be appropriate for your business or not. Right? So getting started with a fantastic logo, to managing the behavior of your employees, to managing their languages, putting up the mission statement, the vision statement, getting it synced, getting your mission synced as a vision with your employees, working on the culture of your company as in such, and most importantly, designing and communication in a very, very methodological way, very, very appropriate way, very, very clear way. आपके जितने अच्छे डिजाइन्स होंगे, जितना अच्छा आपका कम्युनिकेशन जाएगा, उतना बढ़िया से आपको सामने से जो है वो रिस्पॉन्स आएगा, राइट? सो and that particular response will be basis the branding what you're doing, it will be basis the perception what you're trying to plant into the other person as in such के boss ये हम है, हम ऐसे करते हैं, हम ऐसे सोचते हैं, this is how we are doing things, and every action of yours is basically perceived. आप अगर action नहीं भी लोगे तो भी उसके अंदर perception जाता है कि देखो वो कुछ नहीं कर रहा है, so perception. Branding is such an activity which is constantly on, whether you realize it, whether you consciously understand it or not, whether you're consciously putting efforts to improve it or not, but that particular signals are emitting out. वो particular signals है वो बाहर market में जाते हैं, लोग समझते हैं और लोग उसी समझ के हिसाब से आपको response देते हैं आगे उसके ऊपर. It becomes very important for us to manage all those things. Next, on this particular slide, I have listed out 15 parameters which I feel are very important to work out on your branding as in such. Website is one to start with. Having a fantastic website in today's day is like, having a second shop online. राइट. सो जितना बढ़िया आपका वेबसाइट होगा, उतना बढ़िया आपका ब्रांडिंग होगा, उतना बढ़िया आपका मार्केटिंग होगा, राइट. वेबसाइट बनाने के बाद में, हाउ मेनी ऑफ यू डू हैव वेबसाइट्स? प्लीज रेज देयर हैंड्स. Please reply me a yes or no. So we have got around 50 participants now, and out of this 50, let us see how many of you have got websites done already. Okay, so Kanak ji, Ved Prakash ji, Amir ji, you got 3 hands raised. A few of you are replying on the screen over there. No, no. In process, Abhishek ji, Mitesh ji, done. Fantastic. Ishwar sir, no. Prabhat ji, no. Okay, so 2 things over here. जिनके websites already है, right? In process, सही जी, आरिफ जी के पास में नहीं है, not now. इरशाद जी, no. So 2 things. जिनके websites already है, ensure कि आपके color combinations वगैरह जो है, right? They are matching your logo. They are matching your theme as in such, right? कविता जी, just started out. Okay. So जिनके भी websites है already, ensure couple of things. One, that your logo का color जो है, your theme जो है, your brand theme as in such matches out on your website as well, right? Your website shouldn't be an eyesore. मतलब वो आपको अटपटा सा नहीं दिखना चाहिए स्क्रीन के ऊपर. It should be very well within the theme that you have drafted for your brand as in such, right? So that was point 1. Point 2 will be that the sequences, the UI, user interface हम जिसको बोलते हैं, वेबसाइट के ऊपर कौन सी चीज आपने कहाँ पे रखी है, वहां से बैक कैसे आओगे, होम पे कैसे जाओगे, नेक्स्ट पेज पे कैसे जाओगे, वहां पे अप्लाई कैसे करोगे, इंक्वायर कैसे करोगे, राइट. ये सारी चीजें जो है, ये इसको UI बोलते हैं, यूजर इंटरफेस बोलते हैं. ये 2 चीजों के ऊपर बहुत ज्यादा ध्यान दीजिएगा. स्टैटिस्टिकली nobody waits for more than 8.5 seconds for an website to get opened. अगर 8.5 सेकंड के ऊपर अगर एक वेब पेज को खुलने को लग रहा है, ट्रस्ट मी 60% के ऊपर जो है लोग वो वेबसाइट को बंद कर देते हैं. So if at all you are putting up a website, again the same things, that you have to match out your things to the logo. One. Second, your user interface needs to be fantastic. And third, for guys who are starting up their website, ka job will be for gunning out for SEO. SEO is how you plan your activities on Google as in such, right? So ये 3 चीज जो है ये काफी important है, इसके ऊपर आपको फोकस करना है. SEO का फुल फॉर्म है सर्च इंजिन ऑप्टिमाइजेशन. मतलब लोग जो गूगल के ऊपर या सर्च इंजिन में जाके जो चीज टाइप करेंगे और जो ढूंढेंगे, आपकी वेबसाइट वो चीजों को कैसे रिस्पॉन्ड करेगी. दैट इंटरफेस इज कॉल्ड SEO. SEO, search engine optimization, right? So you need to have a fantastic website. That's how you brand yourself. Second, business card. Business card को जो है मैंने काफी पतले देखे हैं, प्लास्टिक वाले देखे हैं, काफी मोटे देखे हैं. कुछ कार्ड 2 में खुलते हैं, कुछ कार्ड 3 में खुल रहे हैं, राइट. कुछ कार्ड के आगे भी लिखा है और कुछ कार्ड के पीछे भी लिखा हुआ है, राइट. बिजनेस कार्ड इज मेंट फॉर योर आइडेंटिटी एज इन सच, राइट. आप कौन हो, कौन सी कंपनी से हो और आप तक कैसे पहुंचा जा सकता है, वो चीज के लिए बिजनेस कार्ड होता है. Business card is not a pamphlet, my dear friends. Business card is not a flyer. Please restrain yourself from putting up all your business details on the business card, right? मैंने काफी सारे लोगों को बिजनेस कार्ड एज अ पैम्पलेट देते हुए देखा है. आई मीन डजंट लुक्स वेल. हर चीज की अपनी एक जगह होती है, हर चीज का अपना एक इम्पोर्टेंस होता है. Everything has got a particular way to do. If at all you try to mix and merge 2-3 things here and there, wouldn't serve well into your businesses as in such. So please avoid making your business card as a flyer, right? A business card needs to be crisp, needs to be precise, right? वो उतना ही मोटा होना चाहिए. वो ज्यादा मोटा या ज्यादा प्लास्टिक वाला करके वो फैंसी करके कोई मतलब नहीं होता है बॉस, राइट. एंड प्लीज डोंट राइट अप टू मेनी थिंग्स के यहाँ पे खाली जगह दिख रही है, मैं इसको भी भर देता हूँ, पैसा लग रहा है इसका. नहीं बॉस, ये कंजूसी हम और किधर करेंगे, डेफिनेटली करेंगे. मनी सेव्ड इज मनी अर्न. मारवाड़ी हूँ, विश्वास करता हूँ वो चीज में, बैंकर हूँ, वो चीज पूरे दिन मेरे क्लाइंट्स को बताता हूँ. 200 करोड़ रुपए ऐसे हैंडल नहीं करते हम. right? But there is a way to do that, right? Let us not be penny wise and pound foolish कि मैं पैसा के लिए सोच रहा हूँ और रुपया वैसे ही जाने दे रहा हूँ. हम रुपये के लिए सोचेंगे, पैसे जाने तो कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता है, हम रुपये के ऊपर ध्यान देंगे, right? So business card needs to be crisp and clear, right? The third thing is logo, something we have already discussed. Brochure 4 पेज का ब्रोशर, 8 पेज का ब्रोशर, राइट? उसके अंदर दुनिया भर की चीजें, सारी चीजें अगर आप ब्रोशर में डाल दोगे दोस्त, तो आपके पास में कभी वो टेलीफोन बजेगा ही नहीं कि वो इंक्वायरी करना है मुझे, राइट? इंक्वायरी तब आएगी आपके पास में जब आपका ब्रोशर कुछ चीजें बताएगा और कुछ चीजें नहीं बताएगा. जो चीजें आप नहीं बता रहे हो वो चीज पूछने के लिए लोग आपको फोन करके पूछेंगे, बॉस इंक्वायर करेंगे कि ये चीज में क्लैरिटी चाहिए, कैन यू एक्सप्लेन दिस थिंग्स अगेन, कैन यू गिव फर्दर डिटेल्स ऑन दैट पर्टिकुलर एस्पेक्ट, राइट? सो please make your brochure very crisp, very crisp. It need not contain all the details into it. वो एजुकेशन वालों के मैं ब्रोशर्स देखता हूँ, उसके अंदर मेरा 2014 के अंदर ये रिजल्ट आया था, 2015 के अंदर ये रिजल्ट आया था, 2018 के अंदर ये रिजल्ट आया था. अरे बॉस, इतना मेरे ये पेरेंट ने ये कहा, टेस्टिमोनियल्स वगैरह भी जो है वो सारे वो ब्रोशर्स में आ जाते हैं, राइट? अ ब्रोशर नीड्स टू बी क्रिस्प एंड प्रिसाइज. क्या प्रोडक्ट है, क्या कंपनी है, कहाँ पे फोन करोगे, कहाँ पे बात करोगे तो क्या होगा, उतना ही एक्शनेबल होना चाहिए उसके अंदर. Nothing beyond that, nothing beyond that. By putting up everything into the brochure, you are actually spoon feeding the client, and you are putting yourself away from that call from the client. आप खुद का नुकसान कर रहे हो इसके अंदर, wherein the client is not going to give you a call. The simple reason being, now he has got all the information which he could have required, right? So please keep your brochures very crisp and precise. Will help a lot in your branding efforts, right? आपको डिजाइनिंग के लिए वहाँ पे ज्यादा जगह मिलेगा, right? If at all you are putting the information which is only required basis, right? Media for very big companies as in such, right? Next comes social media, a very important platform, a very important medium for each one of us to do our branding efforts over here. So starting with your YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, your LinkedIn, your Just Dial, your Sulekhas, your blogs. There are so many ways you could actually expand your reach, expand your views on social media and such. And it's time for us to get started on that. All those brands who are working on social media marketing are minting money today because they are the first movers into this lockdown market as in such. Trust me, ये बैच के अंदर भी ये स्क्रीन के ऊपर भी काफी सारे लोग जो है जिनसे मैं फर्स्ट टाइम बात कर रहा हूँ, जिनको मैं जानता भी नहीं हूँ, जो आपको स्क्रीन के ऊपर है. थैंक यू सो मच फॉर कमिंग ओवर हियर, राइट? बट दिस बेसिकली आर थ्रू फेसबुक. सो आप जितना मार्केटिंग करोगे, जितना आप अपना ब्रांडिंग करोगे, सोशल मीडिया का यूज करोगे, उतना आपका रीच बढ़ता है. What I used to do with this program earlier into the offline mode, we never did all these things. The reason being, we had enough of crowd. Each batch would have not more than 10 to 12 people, but and that to local guys, right? But today, into lockdown, while we decided to conduct this program on an online mode, space simply ceased to have any importance over there then, right? So आज आप राजस्थान से हो, आप कर्नाटका से हो, आप दुबई से हो, आप यूएस से हो, right? It doesn't matter. In any case, we are all on Zoom. We are all at one place over here. This is a fantastic medium to discuss, right? So make use of your social media platforms as in such. Word of mouth spreads like fire. पर word of mouth it's a double-edged sword as in such. आपका branding, अगर आपका perception, right? Branding, if at all your perception is good, if at all you have behaved properly, if at all your languages were fantastic, if at all the customer service was awesome, right? ये सारी चीजें अगर आपने बराबर करी है, कस्टमर को अगर बराबर एक्सपीरियंस, एक अच्छा एक्सपीरियंस मिला है, the word of mouth will be fantastic. But if at all, खुदा ना खास्ता, अगर आपका एक्सपीरियंस जो कस्टमर को गया है, अगर वो खराब गया है, trust me, it's a catastrophe for your existing business. Such वो कस्टमर को छोड़ो, वो और 10 फल को खराब करेगा, right? So a bad experienced person is like a rotten fruit into the fruit basket, which even after getting self-spoiled, will also spoil the other fruits around them. So please make use of this particular program while we are talking, right? So आपका customer का जो service है, आपका जो product है, आप जो customers को experience दे रहे हो, आपके ethics and values जो है, ethics and values मतलब कितनी sincerity से, कितनी सच्चाई से आप अपना काम करते हो. Are you fulfilling your promises, right? Are you being on your words, right? If at all a yes, then those word of mouth, then those experiences, then those customers coming back to you, then those perceptions, then that branding as in such is always positive, is always working. Nileshji, the session is live at least till 8:30 p.m. The time was for 2.5 hours, and we started at around 6:10. By around 8:30, we'll be winding it off. I understand everybody needs to run today because of IPL. Great. So, जितना आप customers को satisfaction दोगे, जितना आप customers को happy रखोगे, जितना आप ethics से, values से, जितना आपका behavior better रहेगा, जितनी आपकी languages better रहेगी, जितना
Sir, Faiz, unmute yourself.
Hello. I'm audible, guys? I'm sorry.
Yes, sir.
Hello. Yeah. तो जितना आपका ये बिहेवियर, ये कल्चर, ये सारी चीजें बेटर रहेगी, उतना लोगों का परसेप्शन आपके बारे में जो है वो बेटर होगा, right? And that is what branding is all about. So word of mouth. Next comes your phone calls, right? Next comes your phone calls. How many of you sincerely believe कि phone calls के ऊपर आपका branding होता है? Please reply me a yes or no. How many of you sincerely believe कि phone call के ऊपर आपका branding होता है? Abhishek ji, yes. Yes. No. KS, no. Irshad, no. Arif ji, yes. Agree. Yes, definitely. Mitesh ji. Great. So most of you do agree that yes, phone calls के ऊपर आपका branding होता है. For the few ones who says a no, right? उनके लिए ये चीज यहाँ पे मैं बताऊं कि अगर आपका फोन कॉल गलत जाता है, अगर आपके फोन कॉल के ऊपर बिहेवियर खराब होता है, लैंग्वेज खराब यूज होती है, एटीट्यूड दिया जाता है, टोन गलत होती है, तो कस्टमर आपके बारे में सही सोचेगा या गलत सोचेगा? डेफिनेटली गलत सोचेगा. जहां पे उसकी सोच गलत हो गई, वहां पे आपकी ब्रांडिंग नेगेटिव हो गई, माय डियर फ्रेंड्स, राइट? सो phone calls, again, a very very important way to brand yourself, my dear friends. बाकी सारी चीजें जो है वो आप एक्सटर्नली कर रहे हो, राइट? सो ये पेड वाले वर्जन में आता है जहाँ पे हम लोग बात करते हैं इंटरनल ब्रांडिंग एंड एक्सटर्नल ब्रांडिंग, राइट? सो ये सारी चीजें जो है, आपका वेबसाइट है, बिजनेस कार्ड है, लोगो, ब्रोशर एंड ऑल सच, बेसिकली एन एक्सटर्नल वे टू ब्रांड योरसेल्फ, राइट? बट यस, while we are talking about the phone call, sir, yes sir, even after social media आपको clients को connect तो करोगे, या वो client आपसे connect करेगा somewhere or the other. If at all you are entering into a transaction, right, somewhere or the other that particular client is bound to connect you, if not you to your team in some way or the other. If at all that particular phone calls are not managed in an appropriate way, that's going to debrand your business. Yes, the primary key is in such, right? So and that will give a bad experience, that will give a bad experience to your client, and that particular bad experience will be shared across, that word of mouth will spread, your brand will take a big hit. So managing phone calls, again, a very important medium how to brand yourself, right? Experiences, a cumulative way about what customers feel with the entire way they have been treated, your product has worked, your after sales services have been done, the pricing of your product, right? Everything talks about, culminates into one thing, what we call as the experience for the customer, right? So हम होटल में जाते हैं, हम खाना खाते हैं, right? So किसी ने मुझे पूछा कि सर वो नया होटल खुला था, आप वहां पे गए? अरे भाई गया था, बहुत बढ़िया सर्विस थी, बहुत मजा आया. फूड थोड़ा ठीक ठाक था, बट सर्विसेज ऑसम था, एम्बियंस बहुत बढ़िया था, बढ़िया एक्सपीरियंस था. So your experience comes out in a big way as in such. It directly relates to your marketing and branding efforts as in such. Better the experience of your customers, better the brand you're going to build, my dear friends. So focus on what kind of experiences you're giving to your clients as in such, right? Next comes the price. आपका प्रोडक्ट का प्राइस क्या है, राइट? आर यू ब्रांडिंग योर कंपनी एज अ डिस्काउंटेड ब्रांड, एज अ प्रीमियम ब्रांड, एज अ गो टू ब्रांड? हाउ एग्जैक्टली आर यू ब्रांडिंग योर कंपनी एज, राइट? सो जैसे रेडमी मोबाइल्स, राइट, a budget brand, right? Say a Samsung or say an Apple, right? Expensive brands which are premium brands, right? You talk about a Realme or something like that, Intex or things like that, a discounted brand, a discounted product as in such. Now, why are we talking about this premium go-to or a discounted brand as in such? Are the basis of their pricing as in such. सो 10,000 के नीचे वाले मोबाइल्स को जो है हम एंट्री लेवल मोबाइल्स बोलते हैं, राइट? 10,000 से 20,000 25,000 के मोबाइल्स को जो है हम गो टू मोबाइल्स बोलते हैं, राइट? एंड 25,000 के ऊपर जो है वो उसको प्रीमियम ब्रांड बोलते हैं, राइट? सो how exactly are you branding your product within the competition space as in such, right? So जहां पे बाकी सारे लोग, बाकी सारे ट्रेनर्स ऐसे कोर्सेज का 15 से 20,000 रुपया लेते हैं, हमने अपने आप को एक डिस्काउंटेड ब्रांड यहाँ पे बताया है that we are charging very less when it comes to such trainings as in such, right? So because we are just introduced in the market, right? So how you are pricing your product vis-a-vis the competition and the available products in the market is what you call as branding basis the price of the product as in such. So typically a lower brand can compete with a higher brand, right? Offering a personalized service and keeping the prices a bit low, right? So this is how you compete with a higher brand, right? In terms of branding and getting those sales done. This is the price entry what you have kept, assuming that the product quality and the service quality will be of par or better as compared to the bigger brand as in such. So this is how you price accordingly basis the brand strategy what you have got in place. Next comes the location. आपके ऑफिस का, आपके फैक्ट्री का, आपके एस्टैब्लिशमेंट का लोकेशन क्या है, उसके ऊपर बहुत फर्क पड़ता है my dear friends, right? So always try. I'm not saying that you have to buy real estate or you have to rent out at the best available space throughout the city as in such, but what I'm merely trying to say is be a bit vigilant. वो अगर 25,000 रुपए के जगह पे अगर 27,000 रुपए 28,000 रुपए जा रहा है किधर, 10-15% here and there, if at all you can manage a better place, a better location for your workspace, will work fantastically into your favor when it comes to branding, right? So एक example मैं आपको यहाँ पे देता हूँ. There are two suppliers, right? I need to import a certain material for which there are two suppliers, one from Australia and one from Nairobi, right? Nairobi वाला जो है मुझे वो सामान 100 रुपया टन में दे रहा है, $100 टन में दे रहा है, and ऑस्ट्रेलिया वाला वो सेम चीज का $107 ले रहा है, 7 rupees extra, right? Whom do you feel I will do business with? Whether you will be doing business with a Nairobi guy or whether you will be doing the business with an Australian guy, whom shall you trust? Whom shall you go with? Please reply me. N for Nairobi, A for Australia. Please type your answers on the screen. G, Nairobi, Australia, So we have got more A's as compared to N's now. Okay. Say GAA again, Australia. So what we see is that even after a 7% extra price, we are still open to do a business with an Australian guy as compared to a Nairobian guy, right? The reason being, Nairobi का नाम खराब है बॉस मार्केट के अंदर, right? लोग ट्रस्ट नहीं करते हैं, right? So location plays a very important role, right? आप किस लोकेशन से हो, वो लोकेशन के ऊपर जो है वो काफी एनर्जी रहेगा, जिसके अंदर आपका ब्रांडिंग जो है वो डिपेंड करेगा. It's not that all Nairobians are chores, right? It's never like that, right? many people, many people will still be very, very sincere and still be very human over there. But because of a few bad experiences, which we have heard from people, which we have read here and there, we are of a perception that that doesn't happen to be a good place to do business with. And hence, given a choice, even at an expensive terms, we are still ready to do a business with an Australian guy as compared to an Arabian guy, because we simply don't trust them as in such. So जो लोकेशन आप डिसाइड करोगे अपने बिजनेस का, वो लोकेशन के ऊपर आपके बिजनेस का और ब्रांडिंग का बहुत ज्यादा इफेक्ट होगा. इफ इट ऑल यू आर वर्किंग आउट फ्रॉम अ पॉश लोकेलिटी, फ्रॉम अ फैंटास्टिक कमर्शियल बिल्डिंग, or from a great place to be at, that particular business will always be looked upon by the customers in a higher way as compared to those businesses which are better. We are offering better things. 4 P's, sir, thoda past ho gaya. Today we talk about the 7 P's of marketing, just not 4 P's. Place जो है, in any case marketing mix के अंदर place जो है, that was never perceived to be your office as in such. That was considered to be the place wherein you're giving your services as in such. Any case, coming back, Arif ji, to the branding part of it, location definitely plays a fantastic role, a bigger role into all such things. Customer service, again, a very important aspect. मैं यहाँ पे ज़्यादा बात नहीं करूँगा. Everybody is intelligent enough to understand a better customer service will always yield your brand in a bigger and a better way, right? Product, what kind of product and services are you offering? How good they are, how better they are, how sustainable they are, what competition has, are you having something better than that? That experience also plays a very important role in terms of your branding as in such. Next comes your employees. हम हमेशा बाकी लोगों की बात करते हैं, एक्सटर्नल लोगों की बात करते हैं. ब्रांडिंग स्टार्ट्स इंटरनली, चैरिटी बिगिंस फ्रॉम होम. ब्रांडिंग इंटरनली स्टार्ट होती है. जब तक आपके एम्प्लॉयज आपके बारे में अच्छी बात नहीं करते हैं, तब तक कस्टमर्स आपके बारे में अच्छी बात नहीं करेंगे. The reason being, employees know you personally, employees know the culture, employees know the products and services and your flaws in and out. If at all your employees are a satisfied lot, right? If at all you are in satisfied lot, your employees are in satisfied lot, trust me, your customers will be another satisfied lot as in such, because they won't have anything to pinpoint as a whole into your gap, right? So employees also plays a very important role when it comes to your branding efforts as in such. Ethics and values always fulfill what you say. आप जितनी बात करते हो, आप जितना चीज बताते हो, वो सारी चीज जो है वो आपको फुलफिल करनी है. All your promises, all your words needs to be fulfilled. That's called ethical business. That calls being doing business with ethics and values as in such. So ये experiences जब भी client के पास में जाएंगे, तभी आपका branding का जो effort है वो और निखर के आएगा. So we've discussed 2 aspects of branding: the internal branding and the external branding. Internal आप जो control कर सकते हो, external जो आप बाहर लोगों के साथ में करते हो. Internal आपके employees हो गए, आपके experiences हो गए, ये सारी चीजें आपके internal में आएगा. Managing your logo, business card and all those things is something what you could do yourself, right? That will come into internal. Managing the external bit as to how you communicate, how you design, how you run your activities, how you run your campaigns and all those things, how you communicate to your clients, in short, will come into the external side of it, right? And you have to keep on balancing, you have to keep going into branding. Branding is not a one-day exercise. आज चालू करोगे तो 1 साल के बाद में थोड़ा थोड़ा समझ में आएगा कि हाँ इफेक्ट ले रहा है. It's happening. It's like naturopathy, it's like homeopathy. जो आपको रेगुलर मेडिसिन लेनी है, रिजल्ट्स जो है थोड़े टाइम के बाद में वहां पे दिखने चालू होते हैं. It's not an immediate thing as in such, but yes, doing it regularly, doing it religiously, doing it in a focused way on a regular basis is what going to give you results. All those companies, you talk about the Reliances, you talk about the Flipkarts, you talk about the Paytm, you talk about any company for that matter, Byju's, any company for that matter, they haven't been made in a day. They have done this branding in and out regularly throughout the times. They are not been seasonal. मैं काफी सारे business वालों से जब बात करता हूँ, I come to know that they do branding only while the season is peak. You know, जब season आएगा तभी हम उसके अंदर खाद डालेंगे बॉस. बाकी टाइम के अंदर जो है कंपटीटर पैसा लेके जाता है, कंपटीटर बिजनेस लेके जाता है, because they are sustained, they have done those efforts, they have put in those efforts while the business was not to be seen, right? They put in entirely themselves into the market as in such that efforts pays off while your business cycle turns up. So जहां पे आपका बिजनेस आने वाला है तभी वो ब्रांडिंग की आपको हार्वेस्टिंग करनी है, तभी आपको ब्रांडिंग का सोइंग नहीं करना है, right? So even if at all you are into a seasonal business as in such, right? 8 महीने आपको वो सो करना है, 4 महीने हार्वेस्ट करना है. This particular activity needs to be round the clock, 24/7, 365 days a year, my dear friends, if at all the business is still alive. And trust me, 1 से 1.5 साल जाता है आपको ब्रांडिंग के एफर्ट्स करने में, but once you have sowed those particular seeds, once you have made those processes as in such, एक बार आपने ये पर्टिकुलर चीजों को ध्यान देके उसको समेट के एक बढ़िया सा पैकेज बना लिया है, then things become very easier and becomes a process to be followed, you know, and results come out sooner than later into it. But yes, efforts are required into this particular direction as in such. So your website, your business card, your logo, your brochure, your media campaigns, social media, word of mouth, phone calls, experiences of your clients, pricing of your products, location of your workplace, customer services, what you're giving to the clients, the products and services which you're offering to the clients, the employees, what they talk about you, how they perceive you, and the ethics and values by which you build your business and do your everyday activities. All these things leads to branding as in such, my dear friends. इसके बिना branding नहीं हो सकता है. I'm open to take a few questions over here on branding. Anybody has got any unique question? Anybody has got a question over here? Please feel free.
Thank you, sir. No for so questions. No, so far no questions.
Amir ji?
Yes, sir.
Budget
No
for
questions.
branding.
No questions.
Sir, budget for branding is actually a big question in 3 words. Budget for branding. You know, it depends upon the business, it depends upon the cycle you are into, it depends upon the kind of target segment you are looking at. It depends upon the kind of sales you're looking at for that particular year, for that particular month as in such. You know, प्रोडक्ट का लाइफ साइकिल क्या है, आपके बिजनेस का लाइफ साइकिल क्या है, काफी सारी चीजों के ऊपर डिपेंड करता है कि आपका ब्रांडिंग का बजट क्या होगा. Yes, Abhishek ji, a question on location. Yes, definitely. Taking a franchisee of a good brand with ready goodwill is always workable. But do work out the terms and conditions into it. आप क्या terms and conditions पे ले रहे हो? अभिषेक जी, बहुत बड़ा आपने टाइप करके डाला, वो स्क्रीन पे से निकल गया. Can you come on the line and speak? Yes, KSG. Amazon works out. Amazon works out. Amazon works good.
Yes, Amit ji.
Yes, Abhishek
जी. सर मेरा कहना ये था कि जो टूरिज्म का है, ये आई वाज प्लानिंग टू पुट इट इन वसई, व्हिच इज क्लोज टू मुंबई. तो लोकेशन
Just 1
वाइज,
second, I'm not able to hear you. Yeah, please.
आपने जैसा कहा कि लोकेशन प्लेज अ मेजर रोल इन सेटिंग अप योर बिजनेस जैसे, तो आई एम स्टे इन वसई क्लोज टू मुंबई. तो मैं वसई में ही डालने की सोच रहा था, शुरू करा था ऑफिस. बट इज इट गोइंग टू मेक अ डिफरेंस? क्योंकि अभी आजकल तो क्या डिजिटल मार्केटिंग है, सोशल मीडिया है, तो उससे क्या क्या फर्क पड़ेगा लोकेशन से? कहीं भी हो सकता है ना.
देखिए, इफ इट ऑल योर बिजनेस इज कस्टमर सेंट्रिक, अगर आप B2C का बिजनेस डाल रहे हो तो लोकेशन से काफी फर्क पड़ता है. अगर आपका B2B बिजनेस है, यू आर इनटू सप्लाइंग, यू आर इनटू सेलिंग ऑनलाइन एंड यू नो फुलफिलमेंट ऑफ ऑर्डर इज हैपनिंग थ्रू ऑनलाइन इटसेल्फ, देन you having your offices anywhere is absolutely not in worry at all.
हेलो सर, क्या मैं बोल सकता हूँ अभी?
Yeah.
हेलो सर, जो अभी सर आई डोंट नो उनका नाम क्या है.
क्वेश्चन चालू था, अगर आप खाली 1 सेकंड होल्ड करेंगे तो.
Sure, sure, sure.
Yeah, Abhishek ji. I hope I was able to answer your question, Abhishek ji.
Yes, sir. Got it. Good.
Right? You have my number. We can always connect sometime later on that.
Yes, sir. Sure. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ji. Yeah, Arif ji.
सर मैं अभिषेक जी से ही बात करना चाहता था एक्चुअली आई एम आल्सो आई टोल्ड यू आई एम आल्सो इन सेम बिजनेस लास्ट 2 years and I am doing it totally B2B, so I can help him good. Yes.
Great. Arif ji, I hope you can understand, not on the screen, not within the session as in such. I can understand कि business पुकार रहा है, but थोड़ा उसको hold कीजिए. Let the webinar be over and definitely I will arrange a TED to TED with each of you.
Sure, sir. Sure. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you for understanding. So guys, we move ahead. Acha, one thing over here, while I was talking about branding, hats off to this particular gentleman over here with saatfera.com, saatfera.in, saatfera.in. A fantastic name as in Sat. So 2 साल पहले 2.5 साल पहले हम लोग ने weddings.com के अंदर डील किया था. So being an investment banker, I had made one of my clients invest 6.5 crores with weddings.com as a business, and this saatfera.in is absolutely scintillating of a name. I mean, what an amazing name you have thought about your business, my dear friend. Hats off to you. Hats off to your thought processes, my dear friend. Yeah, Nileshi. If that belongs to you, fantastic. It is trademark. Fantastic, Nileshi. Fantastic.
मेरी आवाज आ रही है,
The name is absolutely. हाँ, बिल्कुल आ रही है जी. बिल्कुल आ रही है.
थैंक यू सर. बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया आपसे 2 मिनट बात करने का. सर, आपने जो वेबसाइट, बिजनेस कार्ड, लोगो, ब्राउचर, मीडिया, सोशल मीडिया, माउथ टू माउथ पब्लिसिटी, पब्लिक कॉल, एक्सपीरियंस, प्राइस, लोकेशन, फिर आपने कस्टमर सर्विस, प्रोडक्ट्स और एम्प्लॉय, और लास्ट का इंटरेस्ट वैल्यू. सर, ये सारी चीज मैं कर चुका हूँ. अभी मैं कर रहा हूँ, और मैं 24 आवर्स रात को 4 बजे तक मैं काम करते रहता हूँ. लेकिन मेरे जो प्राइसिंग है, वो प्राइसिंग भी अभी जो फ्रेंचाइजी के प्राइसिंग है वो भी काफी कम है. लेकिन लोग अट्रैक्ट नहीं हो रहे. क्यों अट्रैक्ट नहीं हो रहे? क्योंकि ऑलरेडी शादी.com, मेट्रोमोनियस वेबसाइट थी, और जस्ट डायल है, सुलेखा है. उनके साथ जो बैड एक्सपीरियंस उनका जो हुआ है ना, वो बैड एक्सपीरियंस के कारण लोग मुझसे जुड़ते नहीं है सर. और मैं उनको यही समझाना चाहता हूँ कि वो ये ऐसी कंपनी नहीं है, वहाँ पे आपको पर्सनल टच नहीं मिलता है, यहाँ पे आपको पर्सनल टच मिलता है. सर, उसमें आप मुझे कुछ हेल्प कर सकते हो? Hello.
Well, it's a unique problem. Let us discuss it after the class. Nilesh, I have noted your question. Let's connect for some time after the webinar gets done today.
No problem.
Definitely, we can do something into it. I need to understand a few things in detail before we go ahead with the advisory part on that. But yes, the problem is workable. Do we move ahead, guys? Okay.
Yes, please.
So next comes marketing. Now, since we have understood branding, what, according to you, my dear friends, do you understand by the term marketing? Agar branding is about managing perceptions of those people we call as customers, what do you think the term marketing means? Please type it on the screens. What do you understand by the term marketing? Anybody would like to come on the screen and explain that? Absolutely welcome. Please feel free. Promoting a product, okay. Product introduction to motivate sales, okay. Grow business. Where you can sell products, फिर वो selling हो जाएगा sir. Lead generation, ईश्वर जी, very nice, fantastic. Lead generation, okay. Who else? Communication about the products and services. Lead generation, exactly. Sales the product. Prabhat ji, nahi. Sales is selling. We're not talking about selling over here. We're talking about marketing over here. We're talking about marketing. So marketing is how you communicate to your prospective customers and the world. How you communicate, approaching. Yes, VPG. Exactly. जो दिखेगा वो बिकेगा. You have noted down. Fantastic, KSG. Right? So how you communicate to your prospective customers and the world is what you mean by marketing, right? आप लोगों के साथ में communicate कैसे कर रहे हो, आप वो prospective customers को कैसे पकड़ रहे हो, आप लोगों तक कैसे पहुंच रहे हो, that particular effort of you connecting with your customers and the world at large is what you mean by marketing in a nutshell, right? So the word, why the word marketing? Because it's an ongoing market as in such. आप नहीं भी हो तो भी वो product and services दूसरा कोई देगा market के अंदर. The market never stops for you. This is one. And second, more importantly, it's an ongoing activity as in such. This activity can never stop. जब तक आप दिखोगे तब तक आप बिकोगे. जो दिखता है वो बिकता है. बिकने के लिए दिखना बहुत जरूरी है. And this दिखना is what you call as marketing, my dear friends. वो आप कैसे दिखते हो customers को, कहाँ दिखते हो, right? It's all about marketing as in such. So marketing is about making it easy for people to find you. लोग आपको कैसे ढूंढ के पहुंचते हैं, वो आपके वेबसाइट के थ्रू पहुंच रहे हैं, वो आपके sulekha.com की लिस्टिंग से पहुंच रहे हैं, जस्ट डायल की लिस्टिंग से पहुंच रहे हैं, आपने और कोई गूगल के ऊपर अपना बिजनेस रजिस्टर किया वहां से पहुंच रहे हो, राइट? आपने और किधर मार्केटिंग एफर्ट्स डाला, आपने एसएमएस किया, आपने ईमेलर डाला, आपने कुछ ना कुछ इनिशिएट किया होगा जिससे लोग जो है आपको ढूंढते हुए पहुंच रहे हैं. हाउ पीपल आर रीचिंग यू, right, is what you mean by marketing. It's all about making it easy for people to find you as in such. लोग आप तक कैसे पहुंच रहे हैं वो marketing है. So it's all about the task, activities and the things you do to get your message out there. आप अपने messages लोगों तक कैसे पहुंचा रहे हो. Ved Prakash ji, not the time to, if at all such messages continue, I'll rather push you out of the group itself. This place is not to market your products, right? Rather understand those points कि marketing और branding कैसे करते हो. ये सब करके ना वेद प्रकाश जी आप अपना brand खुद का खराब कर रहे हो. I mean, are you over here just to do this marketing for yourself? I guess not. There are people here to study. There are people here to learn about their businesses and such. So please focus. With folded hands, I'm requesting you all people over here. मार्केटिंग ब्रांडिंग के लिए हमने व्हाट्सएप का ग्रुप बनाया है. फील फ्री टू कम्युनिकेट योर मैसेजेस ओवर देयर, राइट? आई विल बी मोर देन हैप्पी टू सपोर्ट you into your sales. I'll be more than happy to give you a couple of references from my side, right? I'm absolutely okay with that. But the objective for which we have all accumulated over here is entirely different. It's to learn, understand strategies, how to brand, how to market, and how to sell your products and services. And trust me, whomsoever is trying to market out their products over here, it's a negative branding what you're doing for you and yourself and for your products and services. Trust me that. Please stop it with, I'm requesting with folded hands on. Right? Marketing is all about the task, activities and the things you do to get your message out there, right? आप अपना message लोगों तक कैसे पहुंचा रहे हो is what marketing is all about. In a nutshell, branding से आप लोगों को influence करते हो कि लोग आपके बारे में कैसे सोचे, but वो branding के जो मैसेजेस है आप लोगों तक कम्युनिकेट कैसे करते हो, दैट पर्टिकुलर चैनल, दैट पर्टिकुलर मीडियम, दैट पर्टिकुलर वे हाउ यू कम्युनिकेट टू पीपल इज व्हाट मार्केटिंग इज ऑल अबाउट, माय डियर फ्रेंड्स, राइट? सो मार्केटिंग का मतलब है कि आप लोगों को जमा कैसे कर रहे हो ताकि आप उनको सेल कर सको, राइट? ब्रांडिंग से लोगों को मालूम पड़ता है कि आप कैसे हो, राइट? और मार्केटिंग से पता चलता है कि आप कहाँ पे हो, राइट? एंड पीपल कम टू यू, दे फ्लॉक टू यू, पीपल अप्रोच यू, पीपल फाइंड यू, पीपल हंट यू, पीपल सर्च फॉर यू. You know, that particular process is what you mean by marketing, right? Peter Drucker, मेरे गुरु, a very known marketing as in such. So इनका एक बहुत फेमस लाइन है, द सोल पर्पस ऑफ अ बिजनेस इज टू क्रिएट अ कस्टमर. जब तक कस्टमर नहीं बनता है तब तक आपका कोई भी बिजनेस नहीं होता है. द रीजन बी, फॉर एनी बिजनेस टू सक्सीड यू रिक्वायर अ कस्टमर हु बाइज योर प्रोडक्ट्स एंड सर्विसेज, एंड दैट कस्टमर कम्स only through marketing as in such, right? So the purpose of business is to have a entity called customer by Peter Drucker. Now, a few aspects of your marketing plan. Obviously, I cannot discuss all the things out over here, so I have got a few points over here. So marketing plan, जब भी आप अपने business का marketing plan बना रहे हो, उसमें क्या-क्या चीजें होनी चाहिए? The first thing is, this is not comprehensive. These are a few pointers, right? But still, let's go ahead on that. So target market क्या होता है? Find a niche or target markets for your products and services. Describe them, right? निश मतलब क्या? एक बहुत बड़े मार्केट के अंदर अगर आप एक छोटा सा प्रोडक्ट दे रहे हो, जैसे आइसक्रीम का मार्केट जो है वो बहुत बड़ा है, राइट? आइसक्रीम आपको कैंडीज भी आती है, आपको कप्स भी आती है, राइट? आपको पार्टी पैक्स भी आते हैं, राइट? वो दूध की भी आती है, मिल्क बेस्ड भी होती है, वाटर बेस्ड भी होती है, राइट? सो देयर आर वेरियस टाइप्स ऑफ आइसक्रीम्स एज वी सी, including flavors and everything else, right? But अगर मैं राजेश कुल्फी वाले की बात करूँ, right? We have a local guy over here who only makes kulfis. That's a niche market. That's a niche market of the total ice cream market as in such, right? So a small segment into a bigger piece of market is what you call as a niche segment as in such, right? So I as a trainer का कैटेगरी बहुत बड़ा है, ट्रेनिंग का बहुत बड़ा मार्केट है, बहुत बड़ा सेगमेंट है, राइट? बट मेरा निश सेगमेंट है बिजनेस कंसल्टेंसी एंड बिजनेस कोचिंग का, राइट? सो I'm not into syllabi based teaching anymore in the last few years as in such. So I'm more with this particular niche segment of entrepreneurs, a niche segment of Bramasa, a niche segment of telesales, business processes, so a niche is a small part of the larger market essence. तो जब हम टारगेट मार्केट की बात करते हैं, तभी आपको आपके बिजनेस का निश समझना है, राइट? कि आपका बिजनेस का निश क्या है, वो छोटा सेगमेंट क्या है जो आप बड़े मार्केट के अंदर फोकस करना चाहते हैं, वो आपका टारगेट मार्केट क्या है। इतने सारे लोगों के अंदर से जब मैं फेसबुक के ऊपर ये ऐड डाल रहा था ब्रह्मसा का, राइट? सो मैंने मेरा निश सेगमेंट वहां पे डाला, स्टार्टअप्स, बिजनेस ओनर्स, एंटरप्रेन्योर्स, directors, partners of the company, new businesses as in such, home businesses as in such, right? So ये मैंने niche segments डाले, and that is the reason this advertisements have, or rather our marketing has been hitting you into your Facebook account, because somewhere or the other you have put up those particular words as your profile as in such. So that's how the Facebook matches, right? So target market is finding the niche and the target markets for your products and services. Describe them. कि मैं ब्रह्मसा का कोर्स, मैक्सिको ब्रह्मसा का कोर्स जो है, ये टाइप के बिजनेस वालों के पास में लेके जाएगा जिनका ये प्रोफाइलिंग होगा, राइट? सो my if at all we got to talk about Bramasa as a target segment as in such, then my profiling for this particular course or segment will be that we are not looking at entrepreneurs who are having more than 100 crores of turnover, or having more than 100 employees as in such. The reason being, if at all they are on that particular scale, definitely they would be having an advertising agency who will be supporting them with their advertising, with their marketing, with their branding, and with their selling efforts as in such. But what about the small businesses? What about those individual gems? What about those one-man shows, people like you and me who are running their businesses, who want to run their businesses, who want to be succeeding into their businesses, but they do not have knowledge regarding branding, marketing, and sales? This is where Bramasa comes in. So this is how the brief I have given regarding my target market as in such. So likewise, before you approach a target market, before you approach the market for any of the products and services, you need to understand कि आपका target market क्या है, राइट? सो कौन से लोगों को आप पहुंचना चाहते हो, उनका क्या प्रोफाइलिंग होगा, राइट? जितना आप टारगेट मार्केट के ऊपर फोकस करोगे, उतना आपका वेस्टेजेस कम होगा, उतना आपका एडवर्टाइजमेंट्स, मार्केटिंग प्लान्स, स्ट्रैटेजीज जो है वो पिन पॉइंट होगा, वो वर्क करेगा. दैट विल बी एन इफेक्टिव वर्क एज इन सच. सेकंड इज द प्रोडक्ट. वेरी वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट पॉइंट. यहाँ पे आरिफ सर ने शायद मुझे कहा था कि 4 पीस ऑफ मार्केटिंग. यस, डेफिनेटली दिस इज अबाउट द 4 पीस ऑफ मार्केटिंग मिक्स. द प्रोडक्ट, प्राइस, प्रमोशन, प्लेस. सो प्रोडक्ट वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट, राइट? जब मैं कंसल्टेंसी देता हूँ साहब, मैंने काफी सारे लोगों को यहाँ पे ऐसा देखा है जो मेरे पास में ये प्रोडक्ट है तो वो मुझे बेचना है, राइट? इज इट द राइट अप्रोच? इज इट द राइट अप्रोच? if at all I'm having something, should I be selling that, or I should be selling something what people want? A or B? Please reply me on the screen. Do we as sellers sell something what we want to sell, or do we sell something what people want to buy? A or B? A, हमें जो बेचना है हम बेचेंगे. B, हम वो बेचेंगे जो लोगों को चाहिए. B. I haven't seen an A answer yet. Fantastic. B. Okay. Demand creates supply. Fantastic, Abhishek ji. A big principle of economics over here. Very nice. B. Okay. So that's done and decided. That the correct answer happens to be a B over here. So B implies कि हम वो बेचेंगे जो लोगों को चाहिए. लोगों को क्या चाहिए? लोगों को अपनी प्रॉब्लम का एक सॉल्यूशन चाहिए. If at all you got to talk to me, we never talk about a product or a services. We always talk about a solution. So गर्मी लग रही है, मुझे गर्मी लग रही है, ये मेरा प्रॉब्लम है, राइट? इसका सॉल्यूशन एक एयर कंडीशनर हो सकता है, इसका सॉल्यूशन एक टेबल फैन हो सकता है, इसका सॉल्यूशन एक सीलिंग फैन हो सकता है, राइट? So the problem defines the solution. That solution becomes a product for the seller as in such. Right, so we as sellers, आपका product हो या service हो, right? We as sellers are always giving a solution to what a problem the client has got. So हम जो है हर जख्म के ऊपर एक मरहम लगाने का काम करते हैं. वो मरहम हमारा प्रोडक्ट होता है और वो जख्म जो है वो क्लाइंट का रिक्वायरमेंट, उसका नीड होता है, उसका प्रॉब्लम होता है. सो प्लीज हैव द सॉल्यूशन वाला इफेक्ट एवरी टाइम एंड नॉट द सेल्स वाला इफेक्ट एनी टाइम, माय डियर फ्रेंड्स. Am I clear with that? The approach for all the entrepreneurs while they're defining their product needs to come out from the fact that is this product the right solution for the problem the client is having, rather than मेरे पास में ये है, अब मैं ढूंढता हूँ किसको इसका प्रॉब्लम है. A wrong approach. If at all you're targeting in that particular A wala category, trust me, you won't be able to sell many. But if at all you're focusing on the B wala category, trust me, clients आपके पास में से आके लेके जाएंगे, right? So the product defines your success as in such. What does your market need? The very most important thing, आपके market को वो product का जरूरत है कि नहीं है, identify कीजिए. Right? Identify the need. वो क्या need है customer का. Describe your products and services. You know, आपका product and services क्या करेगा, right? जैसे अगर आपने हमारा ad देखा होगा, take your business to the next level. This is what Bramasa does for you, right? If at all you understand these things in detail over the next 18 hours or so, right? And even if you end up, apologies. Even if you end up executing only a few strategies out of those what we discussed into the webinar, trust me, you are taking your business to the next level. So describe your products and services in such कि आपका product का service वो customers के लिए, वो लोगों के लिए क्या करेगा, what change it will give them, what solution you are providing to the clients, right? How does your offerings relate to the market? A very very important point, a very very important parameter, my dear friends, कि आपका product जो है, आपकी offerings जो है, वो market से कैसे relate करता है, right? वो markets में कैसे differentiate करता है, right? How are you differentiated from the entire market? Is it the same product? Is it the same price? Or are you actually having something different to offer in the market? So that will define your product as in such, my dear friends, right? Next, into your marketing plan is the positioning. How are you positioning yourself in the market? So positioning is what is the perception of your products and services, the company in the marketplace or in the customer's mind. Positioning means nothing else but your branding. आपका existing positioning क्या है market के अंदर, right? So that will define your way forward, where you are and where you have to be. That particular gap, that particular roadmap will be decided only if at all you understand where are you positioned at the moment. So that particular positioning is called the existing branding as in such. You have to conduct a brand audit के आपका existing positioning market के अंदर क्या है, right? उसको समझते हुए आपको कहाँ पे जाना है, उसको devise करते हुए, then you have to develop a compelling, a direct branding and a marketing message that clearly communicates how you want to be perceived. So पोजिशनिंग implies कि आपका परसेप्शन एग्जिस्टिंग मार्केट के अंदर क्या है, एंड सेकेंडली यू हैव टू डेवलप अ प्लान, अ डायरेक्ट मार्केटिंग एंड अ ब्रांडिंग प्लान व्हिच क्लियरली कम्युनिकेट्स वेयर यू वांट टू बी, राइट? सो कैडबरी का एग्जांपल लेते हैं हम लोग। आज से 3 या 4 साल पहले एक कैडबरी के रैपर के अंदर से जो है कॉकरोच या ऐसा कुछ इंसेक्ट निकला था, right? And everywhere it was like a Cadbury is bad, don't eat Cadbury's, don't eat Cadbury's, Cadbury's के अंदर से कीड़े निकल रहे हैं, this and that. So the entire branding of the company had taken a hit. So what the company did was, company did two things. One, they improved the packaging of the product, right? And second, they improved the positioning of the product. So they came on with a message stating that now the packets have been revamped, and the new packaging, it's impossible for insects to seep in. We are absolutely safe as in such. Same thing happened with Maggi noodles as in such. Maggi जो है एक Nestle का product है. Nestle is a worldwide company. It is operational across 96 countries throughout the world. इतने बड़े कंपनी के साथ में जो है वो मैगी का एक इश्यू हुआ था, and again they came out clearly with a communication that there is no such flaw within the product and the product is absolutely safe for every individual to consume. So 6 महीने के लिए मैगी के सेल्स जो है वो 70% माइनस हुए थे. 70% sales were dropped just because of this particular rumor in the market, right? But Maggi, of course, being a Nestle company, behind their branding and marketing efforts, they recovered fantastically well. In fact, पिछले 6 महीने जो गए हैं लॉकडाउन के, the sales of Maggi have increased by 66% as a category. ये category leader है इंडिया में noodles के अंदर. Category leader is Maggi, right? Next comes Top Ramen and next comes Ching's as in such. These are the top 3 players into that particular segment. But Maggi sales have risen by 64% into lockdown. So how you communicate, how you position yourself also needs to be a part of your marketing plan as in such, right? किसी ने मुझे मार्केटिंग बजट के बारे में पूछा था कि सर ब्रांडिंग के अंदर मुझे बजट कैसे बनाना चाहिए, राइट? तो यहाँ पे कुछ पॉइंट्स मैं आपको देना चाहूंगा. डोंट गेट ओवरवेल्म्ड. आज हम देखते हैं कि हमारे पास में व्हाट्सएप भी करने का ऑप्शन है, फेसबुक पे करने का ऑप्शन है, राइट? हम ट्विटर पे डाल सकते हैं, हम एडवर्टाइजिंग कर सकते हैं, हम बड़े लेवल पे मार्केटिंग कर सकते हैं. हमें अपने बिजनेस के लिए सब करने को अच्छा लगता है माय डियर फ्रेंड्स, बट डोंट गेट ओवरवेल्म्ड. सारी चीजें आप नहीं कर सकते हो, सारी चीजें करना आपके लिए आज के स्टेज के ऊपर शायद पॉसिबल भी नहीं होगा. सो प्रायोरिटाइज योर एक्ट्स. द वेरी फर्स्ट थिंग इज प्रायोरिटाइज योर एक्ट्स, and that priority can start only by budgeting your activities as in such. So if at all you are budgeting your activities कि ये पैसा जो है, ये लाख रुपया अगले 2 महीने का मैं फेसबुक के ऊपर 20,000 रुपया खर्चा करूंगा, मैं मेरी वेबसाइट बनाने के ऊपर खर्चा करूंगा, मेरा लोगो में मुझे मजा नहीं आ रहा है, मैं 10,000 रुपया मेरे लोगो के ऊपर रीडिजाइन करवाता हूँ, right? So budget your activities as in such. What strategies can you afford, right? So लॉकडाउन खुल रहा है, वो मॉल के अंदर में 40,000 रुपया डाल के 2 दिन का एक स्टॉल ले सकता हूँ जिसके अंदर से मुझे शायद 700-800 लीड्स मिल जाएगी, राइट? आई कैन कन्वर्ट दोस लीड्स फॉर द नेक्स्ट couple of months maybe, right? So what strategies can you afford? You have to understand, you have to list down those strategies. What are the pros and cons of those strategies? What are the costings of those particular strategies? Execution will be easier or not, whether that particular strategy will yield you the desired results or not. So you have to decide upon what kind of strategies can you afford. नेक्स्ट यू हैव टू सी आप इन हाउस क्या कर सकते हो. सारी चीजें तो आप इन हाउस नहीं कर सकते हो, सारी चीजें आप आउटसोर्स भी नहीं कर सकते हो. सो आउट ऑफ द फ्यू स्ट्रेटजीज फॉर टू डिसाइड फॉर योरसेल्फ एंड योर बिजनेस, राइट, ट्राई टू आइडेंटिफाई कि उन चीजों में से आप कौन सी चीजें जो है वो इन हाउस कर सकते हो, right? Next, जो in-house नहीं कर सकते हो, obviously that you have to outsource a few things as well. So identify those things कि आप outsource क्या करना चाहते हो, उसमें से कौन सी चीजें outsource कर सकते हो. And while you're outsourcing, please don't hesitate to hire an expert. आप जब तक एक्सपर्ट को हायर नहीं करोगे तब तक आपकी वो चीज बढ़िया नहीं बनेगी। यू नो, रिकॉर्डेड लाइव वेबिनार के अंदर मैं आपसे एक कन्फेशन करता हूं, यहाँ पे ये मिस्टेक मैंने भी करी है, अभी 2 महीने पहले ही करी है। सो व्हाइल वी वर into the concept of making an mobile application for Mexico, right? ये हमने एक गलत आदमी को दे दिया, राइट, जिसने पिछले 2.5 महीने से हमारा टाइम भी खा लिया, हमारे पैसे भी वेस्ट हो गए। नाउ वी आर गिविंग इट टू अ थर्ड प्रोफेशनल। सो जस्ट टू सेव अ स्मॉल अमाउंट ऑफ कॉस्ट, राइट, वो थोड़ा कॉस्ट मैनेजमेंट के चक्कर के अंदर वी चोज अ लेसर पर्सन टू बी, राइट, एंड that clearly bombed. That clearly killed the entire concept. We are 2.5 months, 3 months delayed on that particular project now. So please don't hesitate to hire an expert. An expert could be a bit expensive, but trust me, जो काम expert करेगा वो normal लोग नहीं करके दे पाएंगे, उतनी efficiency से नहीं दे पाओगे, right? So हिंदी में कहावत है, सस्ता लो बार बार, महंगा लो एक बार। सस्ता लो बार बार, महंगा लो एक बार। ये कहावत का मतलब ऐसा है दोस्तों कि महंगा भले एक ही बार लेना पड़ता है, वो पैसा एक ही बार देना पड़ता है। वो सस्ते में वो 10 बार वो सस्ती चीज को लेके वो पैसा आप महंगे चीज से ज्यादा देके जाते हो। So please don't hesitate to hire an expert if at all you want to. You have to hire one, and especially for your social media marketing and especially for your designing efforts. Please Canva वगैरह के ऊपर खुद के बनाए हुए pamphlets डालना बंद कीजिए। If at all you feel as an individual, if at all you feel that the pamphlets what you are making are not up to the mark, चल जाने वाला चीज है, प्लीज उसको अवॉइड कीजिए। There are designers that are DTP guys available in the market who design pamphlets, flyers and all such things for 400 rupees, 500 rupees a page. आपका पूरा बिजनेस, आपका पूरा कैंपेन, आपका पूरा ब्रांडिंग एंड सारा एफर्ट्स जो है वो पर्टिकुलर 400-500 रुपए पे डिपेंड करता है दोस्तों। उसके अंदर कंजूसी मत कीजिएगा। यू नो, गो अहेड, हायर एन एक्सपर्ट टू डू दोस पर्टिकुलर थिंग्स एज इन सच। यू नो, सैम्पलिंग लीजिए उनसे। खाली बजटिंग बना के काम खत्म नहीं होता दोस्तों, वो बजट्स को अपने को मॉनिटर करना पड़ता है। वी हैव टू मॉनिटर आवर स्पेंड्स, यू नो। सो ईच एंड एवरी कैंपेन व्हाट आई डू ऑन फेसबुक, ईच एंड एवरी बल्क एसएमएस एंड बल्क ईमेल व्हाट आई सेंड, आई ऑलवेज एनालाइज द रिजल्ट्स आउट ऑफ इट। ये कैंपेन से मुझे 45 लीड्स आई, ये 45 लीड्स के अंदर मेरे पास में ये कन्वर्जन्स आए, ये कन्वर्जन से मुझे इतना रेवेन्यू आया, इतने रेवेन्यू का मुझे इतना प्रॉफिट आया। Is the profit 2x, 3x of what I had spent of my cost, right? So unless and until my cost to effort reward ratio is not set, I do not commit my expenses into that strategy anymore. It becomes very important for you as entrepreneurs to monitor your plans, my dear friend. So खर्चा करने के बाद में कहानी खत्म नहीं होती है, कहानी वहां से शुरू होती है एनालिसिस की, बिजनेस एनालिटिक्स की, कि कौन सा खर्चा कितना रिटर्न्स देगा। कॉन्स्टेंटली मॉनिटर योर स्पेंड्स एंड रिजल्ट्स। एफर्ट टू रिवॉर्ड, एफर्ट टू रिवॉर्ड, कॉस्ट टू रिवॉर्ड, कॉस्ट टू रिवॉर्ड। द रीजन व्हाई आई हैव सेड दिस 4 times is so that you could actually imbibe it, you know, you could actually absorb it. आपको याद रहना चाहिए ये कॉस्ट टू रिवॉर्ड का रेशियो, एफर्ट टू रिवॉर्ड का रेशियो, ये 2 रेशियोज आपके बिजनेस में बहुत बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है। कितना आप एफर्ट्स डाल रहे हो और कितना आपको फ्रूट्स मिल रहा है, कितना आप खर्चा कर रहे हो, कॉस्ट डाल रहे हो, और कितना आपको प्रॉफिट्स मिल रहा है। सो दिस 2 रेशियोज डिफाइन द एफिशिएंसी इनटू योर बिजनेस एज इन सच। सो constantly monitor your spends, constantly monitor the results, need be change, modify plans, right? ROI nahi sir, Bramasa mein ROI nahi, and strategies as well, right? So नीड भी अगर आपको लग रहा है कि ये पर्टिकुलर स्ट्रैटेजी के अंदर जो है मुझे रिजल्ट्स नहीं आ रहे हैं, देन ऑब्वियसली दैट यू हैव टू चेंज दैट पर्टिकुलर स्ट्रैटेजी। यू हैव टू एनालाइज फर्स्ट बिफोर चेंजिंग द स्ट्रैटेजी। यू हैव टू एनालाइज फर्स्ट दैट व्हाई दोस रिजल्ट्स वर नॉट देयर, you know, was there a particular reason? Your design was inappropriate, your message was incomplete, you know, communication methods were wrong. What exactly went wrong into that particular campaign? Why didn't people turn up, or why didn't customers turn up? Why didn't conversions happen? प्राइस खराब था, मेरा अप्रोच खराब था, टेलीकॉलिंग खराब हुआ, गलत डेटा पे काम किया, क्या काम हुआ जिससे, क्या गलत हुआ जिससे वो कैंपेन फेल गया। So you have to understand that, and then need be, if at all everything was appropriate but still the campaign went off, that means it was a wrong campaign, it was a wrong segment you have focused upon, chuck it out, simply put it out. So need be change and modify plans and your strategies, right? Survey your existing clients. आपके existing clients को आप survey करोगे तो आपको समझ में आएगा, right? वो वोडाफोन भले कितना भी खराब कंपनी हो, कितना भी खराब नेटवर्क हो, right? हमेशा आपको एक SMS आता है, you just spoke to our customer service executive, kindly let us know how you felt regarding it. I'm working with Kotak Bank, I'm working as an head RM for Mumbai, right? As a chief manager for Mumbai, taking care of HNI clients over here, right? जितनी बार मैं मेरे क्लाइंट से बात करता हूँ, मैं मेरे सिस्टम में अपडेट करता हूँ, उतनी बार मेरे लिए और मेरी टीम के लिए जो है कोटक एक SMS भेजता है मेरे क्लाइंट्स को, right? You just spoke to your private banker. Are you happy with the conversation? Are you happy with the services being rendered? Reply a yes or no, right? So constantly, what they are trying to do is they are trying to understand who is doing well and where do they need to effect a change, so ये सारे responses जो है हमारे नाम से, हमारे client के नाम से जो है वो save होते हैं, एक particular score बनता है, वो score अगर एक particular benchmark के नीचे होता है, we are made to explain ourselves as to why this particular thing is happening in this particular way. There has to be a reason to that particular thing. So survey, coming back to the point, survey. Keep speaking, keep interacting with your client. जितना आप client से बात करोगे, उतना client से आपकी understanding बढ़ेगी. जितनी understanding बढ़ेगी, उतनी आपको आपकी gap समझ में आएगी कि आपको क्या करना है, और उतना client का requirement जो है, client का nature जो है, उतना आपको वो भी समझ में आएगा. It's a win-win situation for you. Keep surveying the clients, right? मेरे को Cadbury का जो ad है, right? वो बहुत याद आता है, right? वो Cadbury के ad के अंदर एक line था, बात करोगे तो बात बनेगी. Do you remember that bus stop के ऊपर एक teenage girl and a boy, they exchange a Cadbury and the guy wants to talk something and नीचे से फिर वो line आता है, बात करोगे तो बात बनेगी. जब वो प्रदेश सर initially introduce कर रहे थे, कविता मैडम and I guess Amir sir was there on the screen. और
yes sir.
राइट. सो आप लोग का जब वो इंटरेक्शन हुआ, मेरे को वो लाइन तभी वापस वहां पे क्लिक हुई थी कि बात करोगे तो बात बनेगी, राइट. सो जितना आप बात करोगे अपने कस्टमर से, उतना आपका ब्रांड, उतना आपका मार्केटिंग, उतना आपका सिंकिंग जो है क्लाइंट से उतना बेटर होगा, उतने आपका ब्रांड का बात बनेगा, आपका बिजनेस का बात बनेगा. कीप सर्विंग योर क्लाइंट्स, कीप स्पीकिंग टू देम एवरी नाउ एंड देन, राइट. Track sales, track leads, track visitors to your business establishment, to your website. ये लोगों को हमें छोड़ना नहीं है. ट्रस्ट मी, आज के वेबिनार में जो है टोटल कुछ अराउंड 78 लोगों ने रजिस्टर किया था. While we started off, we had around 52 people on the screen. Now while I'm looking at the screen, I could see 28 of them. Possibly IPL is getting closer as we talk, right? But in any case, all those 40 odd people, 45 odd people who were not able to join us today, trust me, we are not going to leave them just like that, right? हम उनके पास में दोबारा से कम्युनिकेट करेंगे. हमारे पास में लीड है वो, right? हमारे visitors है वो. They have shown interest into our business segment, into our products and services as such, right? We keep data mining constantly. We never let any one data go by just like that, unless and until you unsubscribe. जब तक आप हमें एक मैसेज नहीं डालते हो, आप हमें एक फोन पे नहीं बोलते हो कि नहीं सर अभी मुझे ये प्रोडक्ट नहीं चाहिए, तब तक जो है, see in any case we won't be pestering you with calls throughout, only messages once a 15 day or things like that. But coming back to the point over here, that you have to track your sales, you have to track your leads, you have to track your visitors to your business offices, to your establishments, to your websites. वो लोग कौन थे, क्या चीज के लिए आए थे, वो नंबर्स दो अपने सेल्स वालों को. अगर आपके पास में टीम नहीं है, स्टाफ नहीं है, खुद बात करो उनसे, राइट. And try and understand how did they come to know about your website, how did they come to know about your store, what did they want into their store, did they find that, if at all they found that, if at all they bought one, how is their feedback regarding it, are the services appropriate, can you do something about the packaging or the pricing into that. Unless and until you track those people, you wouldn't be able to penetrate those people. Penetration के लिए उनको पकड़े रखना जरूरी है. अगर छोड़ दोगे कि ठीक है नेक्स्ट टाइम के ऊपर दूसरा कैंपेन करेंगे, दूसरे लोग आएंगे, आपके पास में रिपीट सेल्स कभी नहीं आएंगे दोस्तों. रिपीट सेल्स आपके पास में तब आएंगे जब भी आप लोगों की वैल्यू करते हो और हर नंबर को रिस्पेक्ट देते हो. That's a business lead to you, my dear friends. So monitoring those particular leads, monitoring those numbers is pivotal. It's very, very important. How to market, right? Not much of things to discuss over here, but yes, a few tools: banners, posters, flyers, SMS messages includes your WhatsApp messages as well, videos, WhatsApp videos and Facebook videos and Instagram videos. You know, आप videos जहाँ पे भी YouTube है, जहाँ पे भी आप videos share कर रहे हो, is actually your marketing tool in today's time. Write-ups, blogs and articles, very, very important means अपने product का आपको searchability quotient जो है वो high करना है. Nilesh ji, Saath Fera, I'm actually impressed with your name and the business what you're running. I really like to connect with you sometime or the other. But write-ups के अंदर you could work out. Yeah.
सर आपको बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया. साथ फेरा नाम सुन के आपको कुछ अच्छा लगा, मुझे अच्छा लगा सर. हेलो, आवाज आ रही है?
I mean, see, it's direct. It's direct. You know, it's direct. It explains your business fantastically. It's unique. आदमी नाम नहीं भूलता है, right? अगर आपका काम बढ़िया है, I don't see any reason it wouldn't be a hit. You know, so and in any case, I mean, 2.5 years back, we had done this thing with weddings.com, which is now got taken over by somebody else for crores of rupees. Yeah, so there's always a possibility of things of magic happening like that. The only point being intent being right, products and services being appropriate, and your activities being on the right path. Okay. You know, if at all those things are happening in an appropriate way, I don't see any reason why this thing shouldn't be a big thing in times to come as in such. But yes, coming back to the point over here, what you need to do is that you need to plant your name across blogs and articles here and there. You know, so जो लोग वेडिंग वगैरह के लिए ढूंढेंगे, आपकी साइट के ऊपर SEO जो है, सर्च इंजन ऑप्टिमाइजेशन जो है, वो थोड़ा स्ट्रॉन्ग होना चाहिए नीलेश जी, राइट? तो ये ट्रैफिक जो है वो आपके पास में पहुंचने के लिए काफी हेल्प करेगा. Write-ups and blogs, a beautiful way to market your products across, to make people feel that yes, you are present across.
हाँ, मैं ready हूँ sir. I am ready that. Actually I was searching a good person for the expert person. Suddenly आपकी वो ladies का phone आया. I was वो डिप्रेशन में ही था. मैं तो कैसे चलाओ और आपको वो ladies का phone आया और ladies का phone आ रहा है. मेरे हाथ में कुछ काम था तो मैंने उनसे बात की. मेरा 6 बजे ना, तो मैं टाइमिंग सेट करके रखा. मतलब हाँ, मैंने क्लिक किया था फेसबुक पे क्योंकि मैं सर्च ही कर रहा था. मैं वो टाइमिंग सेट किया 5:48 को मैंने कुछ टाइमिंग सेट किया और सडनली आपका मैसेज भी आया और मैं मीटिंग के लिए बाहर जा रहा था तो मैंने कैंसिल किया. मतलब नहीं करना है, कैंसिल कर, पहले मुझे एक इवेंट में बैठना है. और इसके मैंने आपको पूछा कि कितना देर चलेगा अभी, और मैंने सब कैंसिल कर दिया. नो प्रॉब्लम सर, थैंक यू सर. आप कंटिन्यू करिए सर, कंटिन्यू करिए प्लीज. सॉरी, आई एम सॉरी सर.
Yes, I'm sorry, it just got muted. Okay, so continuing with this, tips and blogs will actually give a fantastic effect to your marketing as in such, right? ये marketing tools है अपने, right? But ये marketing tools हमें use कहाँ करने हैं? Where do we market? Online. Definitely a place to market. So online marketing, जो नीलेश जी WhatsApp की बात कर रहे हैं, वो हमारा एक बल्क WhatsApp का सॉफ्टवेयर है जहां से सब लोग को पर्सनलाइज्ड मैसेजेस एक साथ में जाते हैं, शूट होते हैं, राइट? सो WhatsApp के ऊपर मार्केटिंग होता है, Instagram के ऊपर मार्केटिंग होता है.
हाँ सर, व्हाट्सएप का मेरे पास व्हाट्सएप है, इंस्टाग्राम है, सब कुछ है. मेरे पास फेसबुक की भी है, सब कुछ है. मैं सब उसमें कर रहा हूँ डिजिटल.
नीलेश जी इंडिविजुअल केस हम लोग आराम से वापस दोबारा डिस्कस करेंगे सर, राइट? यहाँ पे मुझे थोड़ा स्लाइड्स के ऊपर फोकस करिए, इफ यू डोंट माइंड प्लीज. या सो व्हाट्सएप है, इंस्टाग्राम हो गया आपका, राइट? फेसबुक हो जाएगा, यूट्यूब हो जाएगा, गूगल हो जाएगा, राइट? गूगल, आई मीन इट्स एन, लिंक्डइन है, यस डेफिनेटली इवन लिंक्डइन विल कम. वेबसाइट्स है, राइट? जस्ट डायल है, सुलेखा है, लिंक्डइन ऑब्वियसली इज देयर, राइट? फिजिकल आप कहाँ पे मार्केट करोगे? हाउ डू यू मार्केट योर प्रोडक्ट्स एंड सर्विसेज? is physically, right? So existing clients and customers, the easiest way, referrals, works out wonderfully. But for that particular thing to happen, your services should be fantastic. Your approach with the customer should be fantastic. Your integration, your synchronization with the customer should be fantastic. The feeling, the experience of the customer should be great. Yes, seminars could be another one, right? Associations and groups, right? अभिषेक जी स्क्रीनशॉट ले लीजिए. Great. Associations and groups. So while I had my education business, I had joined this particular association called Maharashtra Class Owners Association as being a normal member. I wanted to network myself with all the educators, right? Slowly and steadily, I became a committee member. I became the chairman. Now for the last 3 years, we've been successfully running this particular show, right? So यहाँ से काफी सारा business मिलता है. The reason being, already a part of the association, you already at a particular level. It's a give and take thing wherein you do a lot many things for the association. People come to know about you, people approach you, you get in touch with them. Slowly and steadily you end up gelling up. While you gel up, obviously there's a lot of business to come into it. Obviously there's a lot of business to flow into it. Stockbrokers Welfare Association. Wow, fantastic. So I mean, even I'm into stocks. एक time पे हम ANFI के member थे. Natural markets are the people whom you know already. So your friends, your family, your neighbors, all those people whom you know already are a part of your family, and friends, extended family as in such, are a part of your natural market as in such, right? Localities, a very important tool to communicate physically, to do your marketing activities on a physical note. फिजिकल नोट के ऊपर लोकेलिटीज के अंदर मार्केटिंग का सबसे पहला कंपनी था शाहपुर जी पालन जी का ग्रुप यूरेका फोर्ब्स. So Eureka Forbes is credited by launching the first direct marketing and event-based marketing into our country as in such. So वो आपके Eureka Forbes के वाटर प्यूरिफायर्स वगैरह जो है, ये सारी चीजों के होम डिलीवरीज, होम विजिट्स, डेमोन्स्ट्रेशंस, डेमोस वगैरह ये सब देते हुए yes Amir ji, thank you so much for those words, right? So ये localities जो है, ये first time Eureka Forbes as a company had launched into our country as in such, and a fantastic tool. I mean, marketers cannot live without getting in direct connection with the client as in such today. But एक time था जब हम खाली stores वगैरह के ऊपर विश्वास करते थे कि हम वहाँ पे जाके buy करेंगे. Eureka Forbes as a company changed the entire landscape of how sales and marketing was done into our country. So they started calling clients personally. They started doing demonstrations in various localities. Demonstrations से वो घर पे गए, घर पे डेमोन्स्ट्रेशंस वगैरह दिए और जगह के ऊपर वो लोग ने सेल्स क्लोज किया है. सो फिजिकल एक्टिविटीज इज वेयर यू कैन मार्केट योरसेल्फ. फिजिकल प्रमोशंस जो है आप कैसे कर सकते हो, स्टॉल्स लगा के आप कर सकते हो इसको. प्रमोशंस जो है, फेयर्स हो गया, स्कूल्स हो गया, सोसाइटीज हो गया, कॉलेजेस, एजुकेशनल थिंग्स, मॉल्स, राइट, मार्केट प्लेसेस हो गए, इंडस्ट्रियल एरियाज हो गए, ये सब जगह के ऊपर जो है, डिपेंडिंग अपॉन द प्रोडक्ट व्हाट यू हैव, डिपेंडिंग अपॉन द कैटेगरी ऑफ योर प्रोडक्ट, you could have lot many of such stalls put up in place. So जितना आप दिखोगे, पूरा मार्केटिंग, दी एंटायर मार्केटिंग का थिंग इज लाइक जितना आप दिखोगे उतना आप बिकोगे. जो दिखता है वो बिकता है दोस्तों, राइट? सो जितना आप दिखोगे, जितनी फ्रीक्वेंसी में आप दिखोगे, उतनी बार लोगों को जो है वो आपका एड याद आएगा, आपका रिकॉल याद आएगा, राइट? सो जितना रिकॉल आपका स्ट्रॉन्ग होगा उतना ब्रांड आपका स्ट्रॉन्ग होगा. जितना ब्रांड आपका स्ट्रॉन्ग होगा उतना सेल्स आपका स्ट्रॉन्ग होगा, क्योंकि लोग आपके बारे में अच्छा सोच रहे हैं. पीपल रिमेम्बर अबाउट यू, पीपल थिंक अबाउट यू, पीपल रिकलेक्ट यू द मोमेंट दे रिक्वायर दैट पर्टिकुलर प्रोडक्ट्स एंड सर्विसेज एज इन सच. सो ठंडा मतलब कोको कोला, 1996 का एड था, 1996 1997 का ये एड था, राइट, जहाँ पे आमिर खान आया था 5 रुपए का वो कोको कोला का बॉटल लेके. द एड लाइन रोट अबाउट ठंडा मतलब कोको कोला, राइट. सो इवन टुडे इफ इट ऑल वी आर इन, आई मीन अगर वो दिमाग में आता है कि कुछ ठंडा पीना चाहिए, सो वो एक बार वो एड जरूर दिमाग में रन होता है कि ठंडा मतलब कोको कोला, यू नो. सो what I mean to say is the more you do these activities, the more you do your promotional activities, that be it physical or be it online, जितना आप लोगों को दिखते रहोगे उतना आपका सेल्स जो है, उतना आपका ब्रांड रिकॉल जो है उतना स्ट्रॉन्ग होते रहेगा. So physical promotions are possible at fairs, societies, malls, marketplaces, industrial areas. Sales. Next we come to sales. Before we move on to sales, any understanding question on marketing as in such? Any of you have any questions on marketing? Any questions on marketing, please? Okay, so moving ahead on sales, what do you mean by sales? Sales का मतलब क्या होता है? It's very simple. It's very simple. The process to sell your products and services. वो process जिससे आप अपने products and services बेचते हो, right? That is called sales. Approximate cost of marketing. Everybody has got a different ball game to it. So set companies typically have a 3 to 5% of budget as marketing budget. Introduction companies have got anywhere, I'm talking about percentages case, so anywhere between 3% to 50%, depends कि आप कौन से segment के अंदर हो. So somebody like Byju's has got a marketing budget of close to around 800 crores for this particular year, while their sales is close to around 1200 odd crores. So 70% उनका budget है marketing and sales के ऊपर, right? But someone like a Realme who is into a budget brand has got a budget of around 8% odd. Apple works with a budget of around 3% odd, you know, because already एक बहुत बड़ा brand है, and at the same time the value of their goods is very high as compared to the mediums what they use into branding and marketing as in such. So 3% is what Apple does, right? I personally keep a budget of around 10 to 15% since we are introducing this particular thing as in such. So depends upon your product life cycle, depends upon your industry life cycle, your stage, your planning as in such as to what you want to do in that particular time frame. But having said that, the broad ballpark will still fall between 3% to 15% of your anticipated sales for that particular period as in such. So ये टाइप का जो है आपको मार्केटिंग का बजट होना चाहिए. सेल्स का बजट आपका एडिशनल होता है, उसके अलावा आपका सेल्स का बजट होता है, right? So that's how you make your Excel sheets, you make your projections based on such presumptions as in such, right? So sales, advertising is a part of your marketing itself. It doesn't calls in for additional budgets. So marketing के अंदर बाद में आपको वो सब budgets देने हैं उसके अंदर, total budget के अंदर से कि कितना advertising जाएगा, कितना publicity जाएगा, कितना promotional के ऊपर जाएगा, you know. So all such things you have to bifurcate from your core marketing budget itself. You don't have a different budget for those. But yes, when it comes to sales, definitely sales के budgets additional होते हैं, because the kind of sales channel you are employing, you know, उसका अपना एक cost होगा, उसका fixed cost भी होगा, उसका variable cost भी होगा. So that is something you have to budget individually on that. So coming back to the slides over here, the processes how you sell your products and services is what you mean by sales as in such, right? So जब तक आपका प्रोडक्ट बिकता नहीं है तब तक आपका बिजनेस तैयार है क्या? प्लीज रिप्लाई मी a yes or no. Please reply me a yes or no, guys. If at all you are not able to sell, is it a business? Is it a business? No, definitely a no. Okay, no, 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 and a no. Great. So the entire branding, marketing efforts and activities culminate with sales. आप कितना भी ब्रांडिंग कर लो, कितना भी मार्केटिंग कर लो, वो सब खत्म होता है सेल्स के ऊपर। अगर सेल्स नहीं हुआ, अगर सेल्स नहीं हुआ दोस्तों, तो कुछ नहीं हुआ, वो बिजनेस का कोई मतलब नहीं है। सेल्स इज द फाइनल स्टेप इन द प्रोसेस, द थिंग दैट brings money, पैसा to your business, vitamin M as we say। ये वो चीज है, ये वो प्रोसेस है जो पूरे बिजनेस को खड़ा करके देती है आपको, which is called sales, right? Unless and until you have sales, you have an hobby. You know, without money you've got an hobby, and with money you've got a business. So all those people who say, जिनको मैं पूछता हूँ और जो बोलते हैं मुझे कि नहीं सर ये तो मैं ऐसे ही कर रहा हूँ, you know, this is an hobby, they should actually start an NGO। They should actually start an NGO, and trust me, I'm not mincing my words over here। Each and every of those individuals who replies back saying कि नहीं ये बिजनेस ही है तो मैंने ऐसे ही चालू कर लिया है, उनको है ना धर्म खाते के अंदर कुछ चालू करना चाहिए। दे आर नॉट फिट टू बी बिजनेसमैन। एक बिजनेसमैन अपने प्रोडक्ट्स एंड सर्विसेज के बारे में बात करने के लिए किधर शर्माएगा नहीं। रईस का डायलॉग याद आता है, रईस मूवी का डायलॉग याद आता है, कोई बिजनेस छोटा नहीं होता है unless and until you are doing a legal business, my friends। प्लीज कल उठ के ये मत बोलिएगा कि अमित सर आपने स्क्रीन पे कहा था कि कोई बिजनेस छोटा नहीं होता है सो मैंने इलीगल बिजनेस कर लिया। नो माय डियर फ्रेंड्स, आई एम टॉकिंग अबाउट अ लीगल बिजनेस व्हिच इज अलाउड विद इन द लॉ ऑफ द लैंड। एनी ऑफ सच बिजनेस इज गुड, एवरी बिजनेस इज गुड। हर बिजनेस, हर धंधा सही होता है, बट वो धंधा होना चाहिए दोस्तों, वो धंधे का ऑब्जेक्टिव होता है पैसा कमाने का। सो हर वो लोग जो आपको कहते हैं कि नहीं हमें पैसा नहीं कमाना है, they are actually doing an NGO का पार्ट, and that money for the business comes in from only one activity। आप कितना भी मार्केटिंग कर लो, आप कितना भी ब्रांडिंग कर लो, आप शाहरुख को लिया आओ, आमिर खान को लिया आओ, सलमान खान को लिया आओ, अच्छा ब्रांडिंग हो जाएगा, सारे लोगों को आपका नाम मालूम होगा, बट आपका अगर सेल नहीं हो रहा है प्रोडक्ट, right? If at all the product is not getting sold, trust me, all those activities are useless। So your branding and your marketing, both of this particular activity needs to be successful the way your sales are going, and basis your sales you need to understand where you are going wrong with the earlier two parts, the branding and the marketing। So Brahma is absolutely dependent, the Sa is absolutely dependent on Brahma। That's how you complete Brahma Sa। So Brahma से आता है Sa, और Sa बताता है कि कितने अच्छे या खराब हुए आपके ब्रह्मा, right? So Bramasa is branding, marketing and selling necessarily in that particular order। पहले आप ब्रांड करोगे, फिर मार्केट करोगे, फिर सेल करोगे, फिर वो सेल जिसको आपने किया है, जो आपका कस्टमर बना है, उसको आप वापस अच्छा एक्सपीरियंस, अच्छी सर्विस देके दोबारा से उसको ब्रांड करोगे, फिर उससे रेफरल लोगे विच इज मार्केटिंग, फिर वो रेफरल वाले को दोबारा से सेल करोगे, एंड देन अगेन जिसको आपने सेल किया उसको दोबारा से ब्रांड करोगे। दिस इज हाउ Brahmasa works, how to brand, how to market and how to sell। But the success of your Brahma depends upon what numbers you have into your Sa, right? Which is your sales as in such। So without selling, you don't have anything on the table, my dear friends। Everything is waste, pure waste, if at all you're not able to sell, right? To run a business you require money, and that money, my dear friends, is what sales brings you as a cash flow into your company। Creating a sale is what brings the cash flow। You can market all day long, but if you don't have sales, then you don't have a business, my dear friends। To have a business you require sales as in such। जब तक माल बिकेगा नहीं तब तक धंधा खड़ा होगा नहीं, my dear friends, right? So very important thing over here, right? So let us understand the sales process over here। So sir, can we identify where the mistake is? Definitely you can identify where the mistake is, but for identifying that mistake, Abhishek ji, you have to monitor those things thoroughly। You know, usually क्या होता है कि वन मैन शो के अंदर एक एंटरप्रेन्योर के सर के ऊपर, कंधों के ऊपर इतनी सारी एक्टिविटीज होती है, इतना सारा काम रहता है, इतना सारा मल्टीटास्किंग रहता है कि हम काम करने में ही थ्रू हो जाते हैं। वो काम का रिजल्ट क्या आया है, never have got time to sit and reflect on those particular activities as in such. So instead of planning new activities, rather take out some time, maybe half an hour, 45 minutes on a daily basis, and try to focus on the activities which you have already completed over the past few days, and try to reflect on that कि आप किधर mistake किए हो उधर किधर better हो सकता था. Not necessarily being a mistake, you know, everything can be improvised, everything can be bettered over a period of time. So rather than identifying a mistake, identify opportunities into it, okay, what things can be done in a better way in the next campaign as in such, right? So definitely that these things are identifiable, but for that you have to monitor, for that you have to set benchmarks, and for that you have to sit and identify those things in an appropriate way as in such. So coming back to the slides over here, we're talking about a sales process. We are talking about sales process over here. ये 8 स्टेप का प्रोसेस है दोस्तों. जब जैसे जैसे मैं आपको स्टेप्स बताऊंगा वैसे वैसे आपको आपकी मिस्टेक समझ में आएगी. एनी काइंड ऑफ प्रोडक्ट, any kind of product needs to be sold via this particular process only. Sales का एक ही process होता है दोस्तों, right? So either this process or you are wrong. There is no third thing as in such, my dear friends, right? Identify your mistakes now. So the first part of the sales process is prospecting. What you mean by prospecting? Understanding your customer, understanding your client, understanding that individual, उसका need क्या है, क्या चाहता है वो, क्या तकलीफ है वो, क्या profile है उनका, right? That is called prospecting. In this particular step, you end up asking lot many questions to the client to understand as to what he wants, what they require, what is the problem, what they have. So the step number 1 is prospecting. Step number 1 is prospecting, wherein you try to understand things from the client. Second is introspecting. आपने लोगों का प्रॉब्लम समझ लिया, राइट, कि इनको ऐसा ऐसा प्रॉब्लम है. 7 पहले का एग्जांपल लेता हूँ वापस, दिमाग में अभी भी फ्रेश है वो, राइट. सो लोगों को वेडिंग सेट करने का एक बहुत बड़ा प्रॉब्लम है कि हॉल अलग से डालो, पंडित अलग से लेके आओ, डेकोरेटर अलग से लेके आओ, घोड़ी वाला अलग से करो, यू नो, इतने सारे चीजों को जोड़ के मुझे जो है वो एक मैरिज सेट करना पड़ता है. लॉट ऑफ कोऑर्डिनेशंस एंड थिंग्स अलाइक, राइट. सो ये गैप हो गया. इंट्रोस्पेक्टिंग के अंदर क्या मैं ये सारी सर्विसेज ये क्लाइंट को दे सकता हूँ, क्या मैं इसके लिए अच्छा हॉल दे सकता हूँ, क्या मैं इसको अच्छा केटरिंग दे सकता हूँ, क्या मैं इसको अच्छा मेहंदी वाला, घोड़े वाला, यू नो, ये सारी चीजें मैं इनको अरेंज करके दे सकता हूँ. दैट इज इंट्रोस्पेक्टिंग. दैट once you identify the need of the client, do you have an appropriate product to patch that particular need? Do you have that particular product with you or not, is what you mean by introspecting. So पहले आप प्रोस्पेक्टिंग करोगे, नीड को समझोगे, नीड समझने के बाद में आप इंट्रोस्पेक्ट करोगे whether your product or services, whether your solution is an appropriate one for that particular need or not, right? So step number 1, prospecting. Step number 2, introspecting. Step number 3, अभी भी प्रपोजल नहीं देना है दोस्तों, अभी भी आपको प्रपोज नहीं करना है. नाउ यू हैव टू प्रिपेयर. नाउ यू हैव टू प्रिपेयर ऑन व्हाट? सो प्रिपरेशन के अंदर 2 चीज. फॉर टेक्निकल प्रोडक्ट्स आप कोटेशंस वगैरह बनाओगे, जैसे मैं कोटक बैंक से हूँ, आई डू लॉट ऑफ इन्वेस्टमेंट्स फॉर माय क्लाइंट्स एंड ऑल, राइट. सो व्हाइल आई अंडरस्टैंड कि सर व्हाट काइंड ऑफ रिटर्न्स डू यू एंटिसिपेट, व्हाट काइंड ऑफ कैश फ्लोज, व्हाट काइंड ऑफ टाइम होराइजन, what kind of debt and equity का classification, I understand that, right? Then I introspect. Do I have the right kind of product set to recommend them? If yes, then I start preparing on that. कि सर आपका requirement ऐसा था, राइट, आपके रिक्वायरमेंट के बेस के ऊपर जो है आपको ये वाला म्यूचुअल फंड, ये वाला पीएमएस, ये वाला लाइफ इंश्योरेंस, ये वाला प्रोडक्ट जो है, ये कॉम्बिनेशन जो है आपको बहुत अच्छी आएगी. आई प्रिपेयर दोस पर्टिकुलर शीट्स, राइट. आफ्टर दैट प्रिपरेशन इज डन, स्टेप नंबर 4 इज आई डू द प्रपोजल पार्ट. आई एम सॉरी, apologies. So after that preparation is done, then I propose to the client, okay, sir, this is my proposal to you. According to me, these are the few funds, these are a few categories which suits best to your requirement. फिर वो कस्टमर मुझे पूछेगा कि नहीं, हमें इसके अंदर मुझे 10% रिटर्न चाहिए था, आपका जो है 9.25 आ रहा है. तो मेरे पास में वो प्रिपेरेशन किया हुआ है, राइट. आई हैव प्रिपेयर्ड दैट पर्टिकुलर थिंग. सो आई रिप्लाई हिम कि सर स्टैटिस्टिकली पिछले 5 साल का रिटर्न ऐसा है, बिकॉज द मार्केट्स आर डाउन at the moment, the returns being shown over here are bit low, but over the period of next 5 years, as per the term horizon, this tends to improve over a period of time, this and that. So प्रपोजल जो है मेरा वो स्टेप नंबर 4 पे है. नाउ मिस्टेक people, most of us start our sales activity by step number 4. Do you agree or not? Please reply me a yes or no. Most of us start our sales activity by starting on step number 4. सीधा प्रपोजल, सर मैं हूं ना, मेरे पास में ये प्रोडक्ट है, मैं बहुत अच्छा हूं, इतने साल से कर रहा हूं, बहुत बढ़िया चीज है, इतने सेटिस्फाइड क्लाइंट से, अरे सर अभी कोरोना का टाइम है, 25% ऑफर भी चालू है, आप आ जाइए सर, आपके लिए बेस्ट करके दूंगा. We are so passionate, we are so desperate about that particular sales, we ignore the entire process. As in such, we start with step number 4. वो कस्टमर को क्या रिक्वायरमेंट है, वो अपनी दुकान में क्यों आया है, उसने क्यों फोन किया है, वो पास क्लाइंट है कि एग्जिस्टिंग क्लाइंट है, हम कुछ नहीं समझते, हम सीधा उसके ऊपर टूट मरते हैं. एक आध दो लोग अभी यहाँ पे भी मैसेज डाल दिए थे कि हम ऐसा करते हैं, हम वैसा करते हैं. अरे सर, एक नया ग्रुप बनाया है, राइट, 70 से 80 बिजनेस वाले यहाँ पे जुड़े हैं, सबके अलग अलग बिजनेसेस है. पहले लोगों को जानिए, पहले लोगों को समझिए कि उनका क्या बिजनेस है, आप क्या उनके साथ में कर सकते हो. प्रोस्पेक्टिंग नहीं करोगे तो इंट्रोस्पेक्शन नहीं होगा, इंट्रोस्पेक्शन नहीं होगा तो प्रिपरेशन तो दूर की बात है. और जब तक स्टेप नंबर 1 2 3 नहीं करोगे, खाली प्रपोजल दे दोगे, सो बॉस चाटा लगेगा सीधा. नहीं चाहिए, जाओ, भागो, नहीं चाहिए, right? Rejection. That is the reason we guys, most of the guys find it difficult to do sales, because they want to sell everywhere. But my dear friends, a sales is a science as good as it is an art, right? आर्ट इसके लिए क्योंकि सबका सेल्स करने का तरीका अलग अलग होता है. साइंस इसलिए क्योंकि वो एक पर्टिकुलर प्रोसेस है जो भी हम लोग बात कर रहे हैं, राइट? ये प्रोसेस को आप इंडिविजुअली कैसे एग्जीक्यूट करते हो, दैट बिकम्स योर आर्ट, right? But this science of getting things done by a particular process, by a particular flow, is what you mean by the sales processes in such, which is the primary requirement into each one of us. So my dear friends, please note down things once again. सबसे पहला स्टेप सेल्स के लिए है प्रोस्पेक्टिंग. कस्टमर को समझो, कस्टमर की नीड क्या है, उसका प्रॉब्लम क्या है, उसका दुखता पॉइंट को समझो, एनालाइज दोस पर्टिकुलर थिंग्स. फिर इंट्रोस्पेक्शन करो, क्या मेरा प्रोडक्ट, क्या मेरा सॉल्यूशन वो पर्टिकुलर प्रॉब्लम को रिजॉल्व कर सकता है, yes or no. If a yes, start preparing a particular proposal for that particular customer and such. Only once you prepare the particular proposal, then step number 4 is to give the proposal to the client, right? अब क्लाइंट को प्रपोजल दोगे तो क्लाइंट क्वेश्चन आंसर करेगा कि नहीं करेगा, yes or no? Does the client have the right to ask you questions or not? Friends, yes or no? Yes, absolutely yes, Amolji. Fantastic. Now, while the client is asking you questions, right? Why most of us feel offended? Why most of us go into a shell? Why most of us go onto a defensive way, right? आपने नोटिस किया होगा ये, अगर आप रेट्रोस्पेक्टिव के अंदर थोड़ा ध्यान देके, थोड़ा झांक के अगर देखोगे, सो जितनी बार आपको क्लाइंट ने क्वेश्चंस पूछे, उतनी बार आप डिफेंसिव हो जाते हो कि नहीं सर, हमारे यहाँ पे तो वैसा बहुत अच्छा होता है, नहीं सर हमारी सर्विसेज तो बेस्ट है. वो वैसा एक हाथ बार हुआ होगा, बट ऐसा यूजुअली तो होता नहीं है सर. So you always, or rather we always tend to go on in defensive, but the basic fact is the client has the right to ask questions, and those questions are called objections. वो क्लाइंट के ऑब्जेक्शंस होते हैं बॉस. जो पैसा दे रहा है उसका ये हक है. फिलिप कोटलर जो हमारे गुरु है मार्केटिंग के, he always says customer is the king of the market, so only the king has the right to ask you questions, right? So जहाँ पे कस्टमर आपको क्वेश्चन पूछ रहा है, आपका फर्ज है उसको बराबर से रिप्लाई देना, उसके ऑब्जेक्शंस को जो है बराबर से हैंडल करना, right? Instead of handling those questions appropriately, we try to rush him to a sale, right? But the point is that you have to answer each and every query by the client in an appropriate way. That is called objection handling. The customer has got a right to ask you questions, right? And those questions needs to be appropriately replied to, जिससे वो कस्टमर का satisfaction बढ़ेगा और उसके बाद में जो है आपको क्लोजर पे जाना है. हम क्या करते हैं हमारे सेल्स प्रोसेस के अंदर? स्टेप नंबर 1 प्रपोजल, स्टेप नंबर 2 क्लोजर। स्टेप नंबर 1 प्रपोजल, स्टेप नंबर 2 क्लोजर। सेल्स तो सर 2 ही स्टेप का प्रोसेस होता है ना, कि इसने प्रपोज किया और उसने खरीद लिया। नहीं साहब, ये 8 स्टेप का प्रोसेस होता है। पहले आपको प्रोस्पेक्टिंग करनी है, फिर इंट्रोस्पेक्टिंग करनी है, प्रपोजल प्रिपेयर करना है, प्रपोजल शेयर करना है, कस्टमर के डाउट्स को पूरा सॉल्व करना है, फिर क्लोजर की बात करनी है। क्लोज होने के बाद में भी सेल खत्म नहीं हुआ है दोस्तों। फाइनल 2 पॉइंट्स वेरी वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट, वेरी वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट। फॉलो अप कॉल्स। Hi, you were there into my batch a couple of months back. How is your business doing? Trust me, trust me. जितने लोगों ने हमारे साथ में ब्रह्मसा का कोर्स किया है, हम आज भी उनसे टच में है, right? We believe in making relationships. We believe just not in coaching you, but our intention is that this processes, this particular gyan of doing your businesses needs to be executed in the right way so that you have meaningful business growth on that. Otherwise खाली वो आपने PPTs देखी, मेरे को बोलते हुए सुना, आप इम्प्रेस हुए, अच्छा लगा, 2 दिन तक मोटिवेटेड रहे और सारी चीजें डाल दी, doesn't make sense at all. Yes, yes, absolutely right. The last part is after sale services are in such. You know, यहाँ पे आपका sales complete होता है. Sales is an 8-step process from prospecting, understanding the customer, introspecting, understanding whether you can do on that particular requirement or not. You can satisfy that requirement or not. Third, to prepare. Fourth is to propose. Fifth is to handle the objections and the queries of the client, satisfy them on that. Sixth is to close the particular sale, right? Sixth is to close, not second, right? Closure के बाद में follow up calls and after sale services. You know, ये 8 step का process अगर बराबर करोगे, trust me, आपका conversions जो है काफी better होगा. The ratio of your leads to conversion will improve drastically if at all you are following this particular process. The problem what we do is we directly jump to sell. हम directly जो है लोगों पे अटैक करते हैं कि ले लीजिए ना सर, इससे बेटर, इससे अच्छा, इससे सस्ता और कहीं नहीं। नहीं बॉस, नहीं होता ऐसा. You have to first analyze the customer's need, कि उसका need है कि नहीं है, right? So this is the 8-step process. This is how sales is done: prospecting, introspecting, preparation, proposal, objection handling, closure, follow up, and after sales service. This will ensure the right clients. Yes, Mitesh ji, you are absolutely right. Just not the clients, but this will ensure a fantastic experience to each and of all of your clients. And once the experience is fantastic, going back to the same cycle once again, sa ke baad mein aata hai VRA, right? So again, you're talking about branding your business in an appropriate way. Branding बराबर हुआ है तो आपका marketing और appropriately होगा, जहां से आपको referrals आएंगे, referrals आए तो definitely आपका sales वापस बराबर होगा. So that cycle of Bramasa, how to brand, how to market, and how to sell your products and services continues in that particular circle if at all the steps are being followed appropriately, my dear friends. Sales cycle continues. Absolutely right, my dear friends. So 8-step cycle and not a 2-step cycle, or not a 2-step way कि मैंने propose किया और मैंने बेच दिया. ऐसा बहुत कम होता है दोस्तों, ऐसा बहुत बहुत कम होता है. Right? Next, watch out for what? Stop the sales pitch and start a conversation. You know, जिधर भी मतलब while we go to BNI meetings, while we go to other networking events, while we go to stalls, visit expos and all, the first thing what people do is, you know, handshake करते हैं, handshake के साथ में कार्ड देते हैं और immediately बेचने का pitch चालू कर देते हैं. You know, the point should be, where are you from, what are you doing, how is your business doing, you know, let's meet up, let's catch up. I stay over here, where's your office? Oh, I see your office at this particular place. I visit that twice a week. What should be a comfortable time? I'm usually around on this particular day. You know, this is how you progress on your business. I never speak about business on the first part of it. मैं जितने लोगों से मिलता हूँ, मैं first time पे उनसे business जरा भी बात नहीं करता हूँ. There have been instances wherein I have done lunch and dinner with my clients. Clients के friends आते हैं, उनके family members आते हैं कितनी बार, you know. So we don't talk about business right away. We exchange cards. We have a nice laugh. We have a nice dining on food along together. Maybe a couple of drinks. You know. and then we connect over a WhatsApp over the next couple of days. Okay, hi, good morning. It was fantastic catching up with you day before yesterday. I hope you are doing good. They reply. फिर 2 दिन के बाद में 3 दिन के बाद में दोबारा follow up message that hi, I'm in this particular area. If at all you are comfortable, we could catch up for a cup of tea. And that's how you go ahead on your business. You never start pitching it on day one. It's absolutely personalization, absolutely right, KS over there. So please stop the sales pitch and start a conversation. So while the lockdown started, we were all working from home. I'm still working from home as a Kotak employee. So what we do is, like, while we call up the clients, we don't start up with कि आपके account में इतना balance है and this mutual fund and that insurance and that PMS and this stock and that returns. We don't start up that way. The first thing what we speak this is, I hope your family and you people are doing safe. Once they reply yes, then we go on, have you resumed your office? They'll reply me a yes or a no. If they say a yes, oh, you lucky guy. I mean, वो 4-5 मिनट का जो है हमारा एक स्मॉल टॉक का एक कॉन्सेप्ट होता है, उसके बाद में then we come up to the topic, to the real part as in such. So you have to stop the sales pitch and start a conversation. Unless and until you enter into a conversation, your sales is never going to happen, my dear friends. You'll be keep chasing the client and the client will keep running after you. So sales pressure is the biggest cause of rejection. जितना आप sales के लिए pressure डालोगे, उतना वो बंदा आपको reject करेगा. जितना आप पीछे भागोगे, उतना वो आगे भागेगा. जितनी स्पीड में आप भागोगे, वो डबल स्पीड से आगे भागेगा दोस्तों. So please don't have sales pressure. It's the biggest cause of rejection. Stop that chase, my dear friends. जितना आप क्लाइंट को चेस करोगे ना, उतना वो भागते जाएगा. The seller usually loses in this race. Ultimately क्या होता है कि लोग आपका फोन उठाना बंद कर देते हैं, आपके मैसेजेस को रिप्लाई नहीं करते, आपको इग्नोर करते हैं. All such things happen because you've been chasing that person over a period of time. To stop the chase, get into a conversation as in such. So काफी बार मेरे साथ में भी होता है ये पर्टिकुलर चीज. So what I do is, like, एक बार अगर मेरे क्लाइंट ने अगर मेरा फोन नहीं उठाया, मेरे प्रोस्पेक्ट ने अगर मेरा फोन नहीं उठाया, I humbly mark them a message. It's absolutely okay for you to not take any products and services from me. I can understand that. However, let's be in touch. Let's stay in touch with each other. We can do business anytime if at all we are in touch. So what I intend to say them, and this thing actually works every other time. The reason being, लोगों को शर्म आती है ना बोलने के लिए कि नहीं मुझे आपका प्रोडक्ट एंड सर्विसेज नहीं चाहिए, राइट. बट मैं उनसे सामने से बोलता हूँ कि बॉस नहीं चाहिए तो कोई बात नहीं, बिजनेस तो होते रहेगा. आज आपको नहीं लग रहा है, कल शायद आपको लगेगा आप मेरे से ले लोगे, नहीं भी लोगे. So I am happy to meet another person like you. It's absolutely okay. Let's be friends over it. So you have to make a personal connect. You have to personalize that particular thing. You have to start into a conversation as in such. जितना आप लोगों से टच में रहोगे, उतना आपका माल बिकेगा. जितनी बार आप दिखोगे, उतनी बार वो चीज बिकेगा. बिकने के लिए दिखना बहुत जरूरी है. Please remember that. So stop the chase. The seller usually loses in that race. Most importantly, be bold. Be bold. Speaking about your products and services is not a crime, my dear friends. रईस का डायलॉग वापस के हर बिजनेस अच्छा है, हर बिजनेस बेटर है, राइट. कोई बिजनेस खराब नहीं होता है, राइट. So please speak about your products and services. Speaking about it is not a crime, my dear friends. Rather, not talking about your businesses is actually a business crime, my dear friends. अगर आप अपने बिजनेस के बारे में बात नहीं कर रहे हो, that is actually a business crime. So all to your natural markets. मैंने काफी लोगों को बोलते हुए सुना है कि नहीं मैं फ्रेंड्स एंड फैमिलीज में बिजनेस नहीं करता हूँ, मैं पहचान वालों के साथ में बिजनेस नहीं करता हूँ, नहीं उनको मेरे बिजनेस के बारे में नहीं मालूम है. I mean that's their individual choices and such. कुछ लोग जो है वो genuinely शर्माते हैं लोगों से बात करने के लिए अपने बिजनेस के बारे में, और कुछ लोग जो है इतने आउटफ्लोइंग होते हैं कि वो बिजनेस के बारे में बिजनेस छोड़ के दूसरी कुछ बात भी नहीं करते. So this is a highly contrast world as we see. However, my belief is that you shouldn't be bothered about speaking about your business to anybody and everybody. If at all you're doing a legal business, if at all your business is legal in the land of the law, I mean, trust me, you should be speaking about it to everybody. अगर आप लोगों से अपने business के बारे में बात नहीं कर रहे हो, that's actually a business crime. Trust me on that, right? So this is where we complete our Bramasa ka part, that is creating awareness, familiarity, consideration. which becomes your marketing, purchase and loyalty, that becomes your sales. So branding, marketing and sales, how to brand, how to market, and how to sell your products and services. That's all Bramasa is all about. Today we had 2.5 hour ka time, 2 hour 15 minutes ka time. I couldn't cover much of the point. This is what we could do maximum into this particular time frame as in such. But we have 18 hours. We have 18 hours a big program coming for you on Bramasa, how to brand, how to market, and how to sell your products and services. It covers branding, marketing and sales. These are a few topics what we cover into branding. So intro hota hai, goal setting hoti hai, business life cycles hote hai, branding kya hota hai, do you actually need a brand, why, brand identity kya hota hai, competition mapping kya hota hai, fantastic exercises into that, brand audit आपको कैसे करना है, how to brand, most importantly कि आपको branding वो कैसे करनी है, 10 step thing as to how you should be doing your branding into it, and all with examples, all with exercises. मैं आपको sheets दूंगा जो आपको भरनी है, आपके employees वगैरह से भरवानी है, आपके partners से, existing clients वगैरह से, ये लोग से आपको sheets भरवानी रहेगी, तो आपको समझ में आएगा कि वो चीज कैसी हो रही है, right? So that's about branding. Marketing के अंदर P's of marketing, Arif bhai, just not 4 P's, we are covering 7 P's of marketing over here. So product, price, promotion, place, people, place, and physical place. This is what we are covering into 7 P's of marketing. Identifying the buying personas, know your client, marketing plan के हमने कुछ components यहाँ पे देखे, 7-8 component और है जो वहाँ पे cover करेंगे, right? Marketing tools क्या होते हैं, strategies and steps for businesses, 10 steps into which you could execute your marketing plan as in such, effectiveness and tracking कैसे करना है, तो आज हमने monitoring करा है, वो चीजों को monitor कैसे करना है, उसके लिए Excel sheets अलग से आएगी कि जहाँ पे आप अपने spends को एडवर्टाइजमेंट्स वगैरह को जो है आप ट्रैक कर सकते हो, उसको मॉनिटर कर सकते हो. सेल्स के अंदर 3 P's ऑफ सेलिंग, सेल्स प्रोसेसेस जो भी हम लोगों ने जस्ट देखा, राइट? सेलिंग टेक्निक्स, एप्पल का केस स्टडी है, अ ब्यूटीफुल केस स्टडी, व्हाई एप्पल इज द मोस्ट फास्टेस्ट सेलर थ्रू आउट द वर्ल्ड, इज द मोस्ट प्रॉफिटेबल स्टोर थ्रू आउट द वर्ल्ड. सेल्स के टूल्स क्या होते हैं, एटिकेट्स क्या होते हैं, मैप कस्टमर्स के माइंड को कैसे मैप करना चाहिए, ऑब्जेक्शन कैसे हैंडल करना चाहिए, MRSR का मॉडल आता है इसके अंदर, राइट? Closing and maximizing last moment, 6 types of closing, detailed things. So 6 hours of branding, 6 hours of marketing, and 6 hours of sales. Pradesh sir, you there?
Yes, sir. So thank you so much. Indeed, a wonderful.
Please take over.
Yeah. Am I audible?
Yes, please.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much for a wonderful insight into branding, marketing, and sales. Every time there is something new to understand and something new to take home. My friends, so we have an 18 hours of course. Sir, next slide, sir. It's an 18 hours of course, like we have been doing in this lockdown. And that is what we are going to share it with you. So we have it on Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Means it's a weekend we say. Evening 5 to 8 p.m. So almost 18 hours we are covering, 6 and 6 hours into branding, marketing, and then sales. And not only this thing, my friends, like in detail, like a lot of practical knowledge, like my entire team, like I have 3 staffs and I took this training along with all my 3 staffs, and I can see tremendous improvement in their performance, and they gave me wonderful results in the last week, and again they are working in this new week for my new products and services. So that is what it is, my friends. Next slide, sir. So what are the price, like what all things we are going to cover, which sir has already mentioned about it. Just to conclude the things, your investment and time is 18 hours. Fees something ranging somewhere 2,999, that is 3,000 to 4,000, 3,500 rupees. We are targeting this fees. What is the investment and what you are going to get back? So grow your business. That is what we are going to give you back. Fast recovery of your investment. I said I invested my money, like what I did, I took my staff, I invested half the amount and I made my staff to invest the half amount. My friends, within 1 week, I got a result. I got a business of 1.5 lakh rupees immediately because of this training program, and they could pitch in the sales properly and many such things, because they themselves understood. एक employee जब आता है हमारे पास तो वो एक normal like mindset लेकर आता है, and this thing helped them, and it also helped me to train them properly. So that is the most important aspect here. Yes, sir. So finally concluding, offline course, when we used to conduct this offline, we used to charge 9,999. Normal online course is 5,999. Special offer for is 3,499, and those who can do registration till 21st of September, it is 2,999. That is only 3,000 rupees, 1 rupees less out of it. Reserve now by paying 500 rupees. The links will be shared in the group. You can, Amit sir, if you can arrange to share the links into the group, you can register it by paying 500 rupees. It is the offer till 21st of this month, September. So my friends, it's a very small amount as compared to the knowledge. As like my staff was handholded, I was handholded to a very great extent. The mock callings were done. They were corrected, rectified into various aspects and all. It's not only 18 hours. There are another handholdings given by sir, and there would be a one-to-one, what we call it as, sir will be having a one-to-one conversation with you all, just to understand where is your business standing, और उस वहाँ से लेके next level तक कैसा आप लेके जा सकते हैं. That would be an inclusive part of this. So kindly register it as soon as possible and take the advantage of this session. And I will guarantee you, because I am working like with him from last 2, 3, 4 years, and being a part of the coaching class association from 150 members to 450 members in a time span of 1.5 years, 2 years. And the association is working on social aspect. It is not like profitable aspect. So to make people to join such a social organization is not that easy. He can do that. He made to change the things at that level. My friends, the knowledge is totally practical. There is no theory is always there, but the practical application, from where he's coming, is very, very important. So this amount is nothing in front of the knowledge, what is going to be shared, and what is called it as application of knowledge is wisdom. And I have benefited, the first and the foremost person I am benefited, and मैंने तो पूरा का पूरा outsource ही कर दिया है. Like he is taking care of my entire staff's training and everything, and मेरा काम बहुत आसान हो गया है. Just by giving this training program to myself and my staff, I am growing heaps and bounds into my businesses. So friends, that's it from our side. Thank you all the participants, those who took the time to join this session. It's almost like we started at 6:05, 6:10, and it's now 8:30, 8:35. Thank you so much. Across the Mumbai, across Maharashtra, across India, we had people joining the session. Thank you so much for being such a wonderful participant, involving, discussing. Thank you, Amit sir, for conducting such a wonderful knowledge sharing session. There are many things people have taken from here, and I hope many people would be interested. Yeah, you can directly pay 2,999 also. No worries. This is like just to take the benefit out of it. You can directly pay 2,999. Other details will be shared in the group. Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much for both of you, and a very wonderful, very knowledgeable session for especially for the trainers who don't have selling skills, who don't know how to sell, and they don't even know how to collect the fees also, because they feel shame.
Yes.
So really, Amit sir and Prajesh sir, you have brought up a very good webinar and very informative also. Even though if we don't buy also, we learned a lot.
Yes.
That is all I can say. Wonderful. Thank you very much. So kind of you, and you are definitely encouraging all others, and indirectly you are building the economy of our country.
Yes, sir. That is what it is. Yeah. Atmanirbhar. We are trying to make people stronger. Thank you so much for a wonderful feedback. Others can type the feedback or come to the audio and share your feedbacks for this session. What is your take home and how you felt the initiative? If you can unmute your audios and share the feedbacks, or you can type into the chat boxes also.
Yeah, hello.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I hope I'm audible. So basically, it was a kind of a revision for me after so many years, but with the perspective of the current situation of what market demands and how one has to carry forward with the branding and marketing and sales. So I think overall it was a fantastic session, and there were many learnings. So I wouldn't say unlearning, but there are some almost very good value addition to each and everything which we are new or what we can actually practically use to build our brand. Thank you so
Yes.
much, and have a great sessions ahead. I would wish all of that
Thank you
to
so much, sir.
Bramasa team.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much for your valuable feedback. Others, if anyone would like to share your feedback, you can type in the chat box, also unmute yourself, and or you can raise your hands so that I can call out your name. Thank you so much for all your valuable feedbacks. Thank you. Tremendous webinar, Amul sir. Thank you so much. Amir sir, thank you for joining. Thank you, Amit Tukral. Thank you so much. Great, great, great. Others, kindly share. You can unmute your audio and video and can share, or you can type in the chat box also. Fine. So can we give it a call, sir, Amit sir?
Yes, sir. Anybody would like to share a few words?
Yeah.
Or do we call it a day? Let's sir, we can end the session. Tanas, can
Yes,
you be
sir.
in touch with all the people?
Yes, yes, yes.
Thank you so much for this, sir.
Thank you so much, sir. We'll be sharing the
Thank you so much, audiences. Thank you so much.
We'll be sharing the video recording.
Yeah, definitely will be.
So we'll be sharing the recording of this video in the group itself. So that can also be made available to you, my friends, from our side. That is an added value what we want to give it to you all, because the event number 1 should be always remembered. Like while